Yo guys, welcome to the Certified Side Quest Podcast. This is our first episode. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm here with the boys. Got Damien.
What's up?
Matthew.
Hey, what's up?
And Owen.
Yo, what's going on?
And it's me. I'm the host, Ben. Today we're doing Reddit stories. I went ahead and looked up some good ones I found earlier this week. Hopefully these are good enough to make the boys laugh. So let's go ahead and get started with it. I went ahead and did the first one from Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting? He vaped mid-sex. Comments before we start this?
Okay, that's pretty
crazy.
self-explanatory on this
Crazy.
one.
Yeah.
That guy's so hot, he's steaming. Oh, wait a minute. Nah.
He's vaping.
He's vaping.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this might sound silly, but I can't stop thinking about it and need to know if I'm being super dramatic or if it's a legit red flag. I, 24 female, met this man, 34 male, while on vacation for a week. We hit it off instantly and ended up sleeping together a few times. The chemistry was crazy, the vibes immaculate, and the sex, a solid 10 out of 10. He even said it was the best cat he's ever had. His words, not mine. Lol. But here's where it gets odd. During one of our sessions, doggy style, if you must know, he straight up stopped mid-thrust, and when I looked back to see what he was doing, this man was hitting his lemon-flavored vape. Not even during a break in rhythm, just casually pulling a cloud out like we were on a smoko instead of, in the middle of something.
Dude, what is this?
Now here's the kicker. I vape too, so I'm not judging him for vaping in general. But mid-sex? Like really? I've never once felt the urge to grab my vape between moans.
Oh damn, babe, I got a real buzz from this one.
Watch, it comes out the bottom too. Yo, let that shit hit too.
Lemon flavored coochie.
Sticks his dick in, blows it into that, turns into a fucking train. I'm currently planning a move to his country in the new year. To be very clear, this move was pre-planned and is 1000% for my own career and life plans, not for him. But obviously, I've been fantasizing about the possibility of seeing where things could go between us. And now I'm spiraling. What does this mean? Is this a sign he's not really present, disrespectful, just too comfortable, or am I making a mountain out of a mountain? What the fuck does that mean? Okay, or am I making a mountain out of a lemon-scented molehill? Molehill? Like, what kind of person vapes mid-sex? What does it say about how he sees me or values the experience? Please be honest with me, Reddit. Am I overreacting? What do you guys think?
So, I'm thinking, I don't know if it's really an overreaction because it is strange. But my thing is, I don't think it's an overreaction because it's kind of strange. However, to me, if he's hitting his vape during sex, it means he's either not into it or because I don't know why you get the urge to hit a vape.
Well, I don't know,
during
dude. He
sex.
did say it was 10 out of 10 best cat.
That's what I'm saying. But if it's 10 out of 10 best, why would you get the urge to hit your vape in mid-thrust?
He's 10 years older than her. He could probably be lying about that, and just, if things are easy to get to, things are easy to get to. I could see him just, going for the ride, especially if they live in a different country. Who knows who he really is?
I don't know. Zach's literally calling. Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, when in the movies, you see them smoking after sex.
Yeah.
he must have already went during sex, so he's already smoking.
That
because
just
yeah.
means, so yeah, he hits his vape, and that's just more time to spend with the girl afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. He did it mid so that he can enjoy the time afterwards.
He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Popeye with
100%.
vapes. Bro needs the spinach.
What?
What? What?
The fumes give him strength. is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I gotcha. It's
I
like
thought you just
Popeye.
meant like his dick got stronger or something.
He gets extra overpowered dicks with his
I can lift
vape.
20 pounds with this thing.
His dick's fucking punching me.
One more rep. Come on, one more rep.
The veins get super big. It's like ripped in this shit.
I got abs on my dick.
Alright, and then there's an edit. I was a bit shy to mention this, but can I also add that he invited me into his unseriousness by offering me a hit of the vape, and I accepted. Unfortunately, the flavor was actually really nice. In my defense, I was shocked and stunned.
I mean, homie's nice enough to give you a hit. That's a keeper.
I
Yeah.
don't know, that's kind of freaky. I'm not gonna lie to
And
you
think
guys.
about this. They were doing a doggy style.
Yeah.
So he probably just, grabbed her, put it in her mouth, and she took a little...
I will say-
Hey.
I mean, that's her.
I
That's
do
her
think-
thing. That's her thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I do think she's overacting a tiny bit because I don't think it's the end of the world.
no.
No.
It's a bit freaky. You might be like, "Hey, what's this all about?" Maybe inquire about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's something to overreact about.
No.
Maybe he's just a little bit on the weird side.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, it's definitely really weird.
Maybe he did it just to add to like the ambiance of just sex.
I mean, you're getting to do two of your favorite things: vaping and sex.
There you go.
He's gonna add some hamburgers in there and gonna be living the life.
I don't know. Maybe bro just wanted to be fucking on a cloud. I don't know. You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah. He's on cloud nine.
He's on cloud nine. Exactly. Maybe that's what he was going
Yeah.
for.
Maybe.
So he actually really enjoyed it. Some comments. That's entertaining. Look, you can, in all seriousness, cringe, worry, obsess a million times. Things people do. And then you can just decide that as long as they don't hurt you, they treat you with care and affection, their little mannerisms, wondering, facial expressions, habits, noises, and all their unique signatures. Accept and adapt and enjoy your company, or decide it's not for you and leave. Why waste precious time worrying about what might have been perceived by you as rude gesture? If you don't address it there and then by asking the question, learn to move on. Your life is just beginning. Learn now to avoid overthinking shit.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not
It's not
that
that
deep.
deep.
It's not that deep. I mean, they're going too far into it. Like,
Yeah.
guy just wanted to hit his vape to have some
That's
good
what I'm
stuff,
saying,
you know.
yeah.
Bro probably was not thinking about, like, oh man, like, fuck this chick. I'm just about to hit this
Yeah,
vape.
no,
And
he probably
you know, also know what it could have been.
could have been
maybe-
just out of habit.
Maybe for whatever reason he didn't hit his vape before. He was so excited about getting there, having sex before, because
Yeah.
it's the best cat he's ever had. And then mid-sex, he was like, "Oh shoot, I kind of need to hit my vape." So he just quickly hit it while he was going, and then just put it back down. And then she saw it, and he felt bad not offering it because she saw it. So he offered it. She got a hit of it.
How long ago was this posted?
Looks like 3 days ago.
Perfect.
Oh, recent.
Recent.
Perfect.
I mean, maybe he just wanted to take a little break because
Yeah.
from what it sounded like, he stopped mid, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Stop mid.
So maybe he was edging, okay?
Dude,
Yeah.
He was edging.
That's true.
And he had to take a
That's
puff.
true. Hold up.
He
You're
needed,
onto something.
he needed an excuse to stop for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
want
He
to.
was on the verge of climax and had
Yeah.
to take a step back.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, you're on.
He just needs to make sure he has his boss for a smoke break next time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's obviously the pussy.
Mid post
Yeah,
and
of
clarity
course.
kicked in.
Yeah. Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. All right, we got next one. This is also from Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting? Found incest porn in my boyfriend's search history.
Dude.
How many siblings this guy got? First off,
That's true. He doesn't have a sibling. I mean,
That's
I
not
mean,
freaky. What?
there's
No,
no, I don't think
there's
there's, I mean, mean to.
I don't think it matters if you have a sibling or not. That's freaky.
Well, no, like
He can't, if he doesn't have a sibling, how can he even do it?
It's
You know
so
what I'm saying?
freaky that he's watching it.
if he doesn't have a sibling, that's one thing. Now, if he's very close with his sibling,
I can't see that, but I'm
That's
saying
next level
you
shit.
can't excuse it by saying, "Oh, he doesn't have siblings."
It's just not. It's not
That's just
excuse.
freaky.
It's not. It's not excuse. It's just not as bad.
All right, but continue.
I mean, it's still gross, but... Okay, for context, my boyfriend, 22, and I, 22, have been together on and off for a little over a year and a half. We've had our fair share of issues stemming from disrespecting one another and being sneaky towards the other. Both of us have a understanding that we are committed to this relationship and that we are to both take it seriously, I'd say for the past 6 to 8 months. We've been doing just that, but these past few weeks have been off. At first, it just started as him going through my iPad and phone while I was sleeping. I noticed, but I didn't mind, so I didn't bring it up. As mentioned, we both have a history of being sneaky towards the other, so if he needed the reassurance every now and then, I wasn't going to get in the way. After a while, I noticed he was going through my iPad and phone almost every night. I was at his house about 3 nights a week. It was strange, but I still didn't mention it. Then he started bringing up old things I did, which spiraled me into bringing up old things he did, and it wasn't a good time. We talked it out and tried moving forward, but I couldn't help but feel like it was projecting. For maybe 1 to 2 weeks, I had this itch to go through his phone. For whatever reason, I held off until last night. He fell asleep before me, and I let my curiosity get the best of me. I saw some distasteful things, like screenshots of him and his female friend talking shit about me, and a video of some random girl showing off her outfit in his recently deleted. And a girl messaging him on Instagram saying, "I miss laughing and sending memes," with no past conversations in the chat implying he deleted it. And then the porn was found. This morning I brought up everything I saw besides the porn. He was being weird from the minute I brought it up, and I went through his phone. He refused to give it to me so I could show him what I saw and was trying to say, "Okay, I'll hand it out to you once you go to the kitchen and get water," while he brings his phone. I called it out. I said, "I feel like you're trying to delete stuff." He tried saying anything I saw last night would still be on his phone and he wouldn't delete anything. He eventually gave up his phone, and that's when I brought up the weird messages and videos. He seemed to have an excuse for everything. It didn't seem like it added up, but it wasn't so far-fetched either. The conversation did, however, turn into a big argument, so I left. When I was driving home, I realized I had gotten so heated I didn't even bring up the porn, so I messaged him about it. He said things like, "It's the title," or "They're all actors," but I had found so many links related to incest porn on multiple different dates. It seemed odd that 1, he clicked on so many videos implying incest, and 2, that he even had a desire to click on the videos in the first place. I'm not into porn these days, and he's expressed to me in the past that watching random people have sex isn't really something he can get off to. I think if I were to see regular porn, I wouldn't have minded this much. Or just one link to incest porn. I would have been strange. Incest porn would have been strange, but not too crazy, as I know porn sites can take you to other links. But there were so many besides the 2 pictures I took. I want to believe him, but it seemed so odd, and his response didn't help either. It gives me a really nasty taste in my mouth and makes me want to break things off with him. I don't post much on Reddit, and I didn't want to bring it up to any of my friends or family, so I'm asking you. I need to know if I'm overreacting.
Okay.
To begin with, I feel like he did something that he shouldn't have, because you don't act like that for no reason.
Here's my thing. Let's go ahead and take the incest porn out of the situation real quickly. That sounds like a toxic ass relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
It's before any of that. They're talking about how it sounds like both of them have cheated. Both of them have seen other people. Bro, at that point, why are you even still together? That's my point number 1. 2, the fact that he was trying to get her to leave the room to go get a water, bruh. Like, how could you make something any less obvious?
Oh
like,
yeah, he's deleting stuff.
Like, that is so freaking stupid.
Like, hey, can you give me
And
like
then-
2 minutes?
Then I'm curious, like,
Bro's phone.
I'm
the
not
other
curious, but like, what was the porn? Like, she never really states what she states. It's incest porn. She says incest, so we had another assume, which is freaky. But like, how much of it really was there if she's so freaked out about it?
It also depends on the type too, because if it's like stepsister crap, that shit's everywhere. That's like top 1 rated now.
Yeah,
Is incest?
It shouldn't be, but it's weird as
stepsister
fuck.
porn?
that's
Is
what
that
I'm saying. I'm
incest?
not sure. That's why I'm curious. Because what if it's like, I'm not condoning step sibling porn. However, what I am saying is it like step siblings? Is she saying, oh, it's incest, which it technically would be, and I'm not condoning it, but. Is it that, or is it legitimate, like, sister fucking brother, blood related?
Mm.
I mean, dude, you got caught with it. I mean,
You know what I said?
I mean, if it's good, I was
I mean,
Bro,
I mean, if that's your thing, but
That's what I'm saying.
that's pretty
Because you
wild.
know what? He's right. They
It's
are probably
freaky.
actors, but it's still freaky.
Yeah,
that you like
yeah,
the
they are just
concept of it.
actors, but that's
But you're
that's a little
into the
freaky.
concept of it, regardless.
You're in the concept of doing it with your own sibling.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
You should go away. We have no room
You
for
want my
that.
advice? You want my advice? Break up with him.
Yeah.
Like there is no.
Yeah, yeah.
I was on that page before you even got to the incest.
Oh god,
porn.
dude. Yeah. If they have been disloyal to each
Yeah,
other
that's what
already
I'm
from
saying.
the beginning,
Clearly it worked.
it's so toxic. They should
That's-
not even be
Yeah.
there.
If anything, it sounds like he's more interested in fucking a sister or
Yeah.
a brother more than you. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
exactly.
I mean, hold on. Maybe she has a brother. Maybe he's into that.
Hey, yo, he gets married to her and then does him.
She's the
Oh, there you
cover.
go. That-
He's playing the long game. to
He
get
is
with one
playing the
of her
long game.
siblings.
He doesn't have
Honestly-
siblings and he wants to fuck a
Honestly, if
sibling.
he's playing the long game, props to him. I'll give him that.
Facts. Hey, there is one thing that she did add photos.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
No.
So, here's a couple of the things that he was
Uh-oh.
watching. Got one incest extreme porn video. We got incest sex with mom and son.
Oh,
Oh,
hell no! What?
Oh, that's next level weird.
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
freaky.
Hey,
There's
yo,
no condoning
hey,
that.
hey,
Don't try to defend this. What?
Hey, yo, bro,
There's
just,
no condoning that. He's fucked.
Get this
Bro,
dude- get
bro
this
just
dude
wanted to
out
go
of
back
here.
Get his
in.
ass out.
Bro just wanted to go back in. Come on now. Hey, yo, think. Bro got evicted too early.
Get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then we got another. Son records him and his mom having sex.
Oh my god.
we
Bro,
got
get him out of here.
Dude.
we got Oh Daddy. We got porn video incest. Another porn video
Okay,
incest.
yeah.
They're not
Okay,
even
hold
good
on.
actors.
Dude.
One of these porn video incest. He went to page 9. Bro was fucking
Oh
looking.
my god.
All the
Bro,
way to page 9?
Yeah.
You don't go past the
Dude.
first page.
Okay, alright.
Bro was in too deep.
Let's circle back around real quickly. Now we know our answer to my question I asked earlier. Get him out of here. Matter of fact, lock him up.
We got another one fucking his little sister. Audio.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Time out. Time out. Time out. No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
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 I'm with Damien. What Damien said earlier. I hope he has no siblings.
I really hope he has no siblings.
Well,
Even then, still the thought of him wanting to do that.
apparently they also texted about this.
I don't care how good of a relationship I'm in. Not to interrupt. I don't care how good of a relationship I'm in. I look at your phone, and you have touching your siblings or mom or dad. You know, step. I might have to have a talk with you. We might be able to work it out.
My
If there's no step before that, oh hell no! You're out. You're gone.
Well, honesty is the next thing. Like, if she wanted to look through his phone, he could have been like, yeah, I was looking up some weird shit. I'll be honest with you. He didn't clarify any of
There's
this.
no amount of honesty that can get you out of that situation.
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about in general. He could be upfront about it. Instead, the motherfucker went and deleted some stuff.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
apparently they texted about this, and bro said, "Man, that's just the titles." Sad little teardrop emoji and a laughing emoji with it.
Oh, what do you mean? That's just the title.
And then he said, "If you actually have watched the stuff, you'd know the majority of shit be like that." Fuck no!
No,
What do you mean?
I can pull
the
up-
title is the
I
description.
can pull up a certain website right now, and I guarantee you I wouldn't see any of that shit.
You might see a little.
Step.
Step.
Yeah, you'll
Not
see Step.
actual.
You'll see
not-
Step.
You're gonna see Step because that's one of the most well-known ones at the moment because people are freaks. You are not gonna be seeing actual siblings.
Bro said, "Look, man, I can't even explain how porn works. If you don't know, lol, it's all actors." And she said, "I'm well aware." And then he went back with saying, "And they're mainly just titles. Mostly all porn is like that, lol, but yeah."
Oh no.
Just titles.
Here's my
Page
issue.
9 isn't
Here's
just
my
titles
issue.
anymore.
This guy.
Yes. Okay. Here's the thing. Yes, it's just titles, but the titles imply that they're gonna act it out that way. And if you're specifically looking
Yep.
for them to act it out that way, you like the concept of it. So at that point, it is not just a title.
Yeah.
It stopped being a page title.
I'd say at this
I mean,
point, yeah, he's just into
Yeah.
the whole.
He's just a freak.
He's a freak. He's a freak.
It stopped
He's
being
got
a
that
title
dog
at
in him.
page 1.
Bro's got that dog.
That-
in
you
him.
are not valid. For
That is not the.
That is
no,
not.
he's
have
got
that
a dog in him, but it's not the dog you want.
Honestly, he probably wants a dog in him.
Hey,
at this
well, hold on,
point.
hold on.
Honestly,
Think
yeah.
about this. He do get that dog in him because guess what? You usually breed the families for them purebreds, right?
I can't be with you on this
Bro,
one.
I just not valid. Not valid.
Oh,
for
of
that.
course. I mean, I know I would never fucking agree to that shit. That's fucking weird.
So this guy is freaky as hell.
Yeah, no, that's honestly he's gone a little bit above.
He should.
Yeah.
The girl, the person, op, whoever, I don't know, should break up with this guy, tell him to go fuck himself, and he's a fucking creep.
Matter of fact, I'm disappointed in her.
Yeah.
How do you let something get that
on
far?
God? On God.
Which she didn't know though.
But the porn she shouldn't even have been able to get the point to where she ever found out about the porn. I'm happy she did because she can reveal that he's a freak. But she should have left his ass long ago.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying she
yeah.
was a good person in the relationship because she made it sound like they were both bad. Which good on her for being honest on that aspect.
Yeah.
But if it's not working, it's not working. Just leave him.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it was bad to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, it got to the point where you had to look at his search history to see what kind of weird stuff he was looking up, and obviously you found, you know.
I mean, yeah.
Really
they
bad
both, They
stuff.
both probably cheated on each other.
Yeah.
I think the worst part, it wasn't just like siblings, it was mom and son.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Mother and son.
That's next level bad.
That is bad.
Dude,
Yeah,
I would
you're
argue.
only supposed
I would
to come
argue
out of
little
that.
sister's worse.
Yeah.
Than that.
You're supposed to come
You're
out
only-
of that, not into
yeah,
that.
you can't come into that. You're supposed to come out of that, okay? You've already been there once. I mean, hey, but I mean, I guess with the siblings, y'all, I mean, technically, y'all shared the same room, but.
No.
Stop talking.
Wait, now technically you share dad's room.
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Hey, he might be honest.
My head.
I mean, they were almost on something, but they figured out how to get in there.
Jeez.
They shouldn't be getting in there. They should be getting out.
No, mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think
should.
we
They
can
should
do
just.
it.
They should just end
Dude,
it.
that's just some freaky ass shit. That's all.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
is freaky.
say.
Yeah, they should just end it. I mean, there's
Well,
no
if they
point in
weren't serious to
continuing.
begin with, they should have ended it there.
The
I'm
fact
with
that she even
Matthew.
had to put "Am I the asshole?" Bitch,
No, it was, am I overreacting?
Am I? Oh, I mean,
No!
Am I reacting? Bitch, no, you're not.
It should just be changed to.
Matter
I am,
of fact, you're underreacting.
Yeah, I am underreacting.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. The next one is from Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
First off, it's been roughly a few days for me after sharing my story here, but I feel like I owe you guys an update about me situation, so here it is. I'm going to go ahead and just go into what the first post was. My first post. I am just a middle-aged man supposed to be getting married in a few months to my fiance. We've been together for 3 years, engaged for 1, and for most of that time, I genuinely believed we were on the same page about life values and, most importantly, honesty. For background, I've worked hard to build a stable financial foundation. I'm not wealthy, but I own my own home outright. I have no personal debt, and I've been saving and investing since my early 20s. It's been a priority for me, especially since my parents went through a nasty divorce that ruined both of them financially. About a month ago, while we were discussing wedding costs, I brought up a prenup. Not in a cold or controlling way, I just wanted to protect the life I've worked hard to build. I was upfront that I'd still be fair and the agreement wouldn't leave her with nothing. I expected an adult conversation. Instead, she immediately got defensive. She said things like so. You're already planning for a divorce? And I thought we trusted each other. I tried to explain it wasn't about trust, it was about transparency and mutual protection. But she shut it down completely. That's when red flags started popping up. She became evasive every time money came up, and I started noticing weird things. Credit card offers in the mail, a few missed payments on shared expenses she said she'd cover, and lots of I'll handle it later energy. So, I asked directly if she had debt. She admitted it. $92,000 in credit card debt.
God damn.
Not student loans, not a mortgage, credit cards. She said it accumulated over the years from unexpected expenses and a few dumb splurges that she never told me about any of it until I forced the issue. I was stunned. We're about to merge lives. This woman was about to legally become my spouse, and she didn't think I deserved to know she was 6 figures in debt. Well, I mean, that wasn't 6 figures, it was 92,000.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we're getting
close.
close enough.
It's close.
We're getting
It's
close
close.
enough. We're getting close enough. We can round up here.
For all we know, they're actually just rounding down.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, it's true. I told her this made the prenup non-negotiable for me. I needed to protect myself, not just emotionally, but financially. I told her I was willing to still move forward, but not without something in writing that protects my premarital assets. She lost it. She called me selfish. She said I was turning love into a business deal. Said my house and money should be hers too if they're truly a team. Bro. Since then, she's refused to talk about the prenup again, and we're barely speaking. Even her mother called me and accused me of humiliating her daughter and being materialistic. All I want is not to be liable for debt I didn't create and to make sure the life I built before this relationship is protected. So now, I'm seriously reconsidering the whole wedding. Not because she has debt, but because she hid it, then refused to take responsibility, and now is treating me like I'm the bad guy for not trying to protect myself. And now is treating me like the bad guy for trying to protect myself. I'm almost certain that she could pay her debts once she is a part partner in her friend's business, but she just refuses to. Am I the asshole for thinking about walking away?
On God, he is not. She should have 100% told him about her almost $100,000 in credit card debt.
That's crazy.
He 100% should have her sign that.
And here's what's crazy to me.
Because here's
what's crazy to me. She got mad when he wanted to get a prenup signed.
Yeah.
That's instantly
Which
a red
means
flag.
she wants the debt to go on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She wants to have him take care of it so she doesn't have to.
Which makes me think, does she even want to be with him, or is she just trying to get rid of her almost $100,000 in credit card debt?
If you're truly getting married because you love him, it shouldn't matter what you have because you have no intention of getting a divorce.
Exactly.
So a prenup shouldn't matter. If you sign it, whatever. You shouldn't be getting mad over it, especially when you're in fucking debt.
Yeah,
Like, for all we know, what would happen is they get married. She doesn't want to sign the prenup, but they get married anyway.
Yeah.
He pays for the debt. She divorces him, gets half of his assets.
Exactly.
So, no debt.
No debt.
Money.
Yeah.
So, for all we know, that's actually what's going to happen. but he 100% should have that bitch sign the prenup.
That's what
so
I'm
he
saying.
doesn't have to deal with that tremendous amount of credit card debt that she built up on her own accord.
Yeah.
And like, here's my thing. And a few dumb purchases. Bitch, what you mean a few dumb purchases? It's $92,000 in credit card debt. That's not a few dumb purchases.
She went on Bad Dragon.
Even if
Oh,
you
you might be on
I mean, the Minecraft sale was going on, so
Hey,
here we
yo,
go.
let's go. Hey, well, hold up. Those aren't dumb purchases anymore.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
onto
yeah.
something.
You're right. No, but what a couple dumb purchases add up to $92,000.
I'm gonna assume she was just probably like, I mean, she was just balling out.
Like, what are you doing? Buying
really
a couple?
was.
she was
Gucci,
she probably
some
like,
Gucci over
yeah,
here.
she's probably like Gucci there,
some-
Louis Vuitton there.
Yeah.
She's like, it's on my credit card. I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
How many credit cards does she have?
Yeah,
Like,
that
that's
was
a
the next
good-ass
question.
question.
That was the next question.
That's a good
How
ass
many
question.
cards does she have to have built that much debt?
That's insane.
And who gave
I
her credit
guarantee
cards
you-
after the first
Dude.
few?
I guarantee when the credit card company sends her a card, they're like, "Oh, here we go."
We about to get big bags with this one. Send her a couple more.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
He's inherently not the asshole.
The debt's
bro.
not
No,
the worst
not
part.
the-
It's the fact
no,
that she said
he's-
nothing about it.
He is completely in the right
Like,
here.
and like Damien just said, if she would have sat down with him and said, "Hey, we're getting married. I just feel like I got to get this off the chest. I want to let you know I have $92,000 in credit card debt."
No.
They could have probably.
She said
talked
that
about-
from the
Stop.
beginning.
She said it from the
You're
beginning.
right,
Yeah.
You're right.
100%.
But I'm saying, regardless of saying it from the beginning, even if she sat down then and said it,
When-
that bitch was waiting for him to get married.
when
to say anything.
when shit got serious, like let's say, because how did it say how long they were dating for?
it was
Year and a half.
3 years engaged,
Oh, shit.
and wait, hold up.
Oh, that should have came up.
We've
at
been,
some
we've
point.
been together.
That
for a
shit
year,
should have
3
came
years.
up at some point.
Yeah, about at the first year in when you guys started to get serious, I would have mentioned something about the debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 years together.
Hey,
1
just
year
so you
engaged.
know, before you get
Yeah.
into a big relationship with me, I have $92,000
Yeah,
in
exactly.
credit card
Yeah,
debt.
And then
she
they
should've
could
said
have
that,
worked
like,
something
month
out
one.
together to pay it off.
What I want to know is, did she accumulate this during those 3 years?
That was another
How
thing. I
the
was
fuck
just
do you
thinking
not
of.
notice that if it was happening?
I'm gonna
during?
guess she had it accumulating before, and then over the 3 years, it just kept accumulating. And she just never thought to mention
Unless she was
it.
just buying fucking food.
Unless she was saying I
Food
had.
doesn't add up to $92,000.
Oh, that I bet she could fucking eat her weight in that. I mean, come on.
I mean, is she? I mean, she thick, or is she
Hey.
thick?
That's a good
If
question.
she's got 3 C's, I'm just saying.
I mean,
I don't know. That's
we don't know what she's got going on there. For all, I'm assuming probably what happened was, she's like, I got money to pay for this, so she just bought her shit, and she's like, well, I don't have the money to pay for this, so I'm gonna go marry a guy and get this paid off.
yeah. She was literally about to have a started from the bottom, now we're here moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, bang her. Break her back over here.
I was
like, bang her.
For a second, I was like, banger.
Oh.
He fucking was. What do you mean? Oh,
Bang,
then
that's
I
right.
realized.
Bang her.
Yeah. So then we got a final update. So I wasn't planning to come back, but a lot of people messaged me, and honestly, it's been a hell of a few days. Figured I'd give an update. So yeah, the wedding is officially off.
Hell yeah,
Thank
brother.
God. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
W-Mans.
After I posted, I tried one more time to talk to my fiance. Well, ex now. I told her I wasn't trying to be cold or controlling. I just needed to protect myself. I also said that if the roles were reversed, I'd completely understand if she wanted to do the same. I told her I could still move forward with the wedding if we signed a fair prenup. One that clearly said her debt is hers and my home/savings are mine if things go bad. I also said I go to therapy or counseling with her if this felt like a deeper trust issue. She didn't take it well. She said again that the prenup was an insult and I was basically planning for divorce. Then she started crying and said I was humiliating her and that I was destroying everything we had built over money. But that's the thing. It's not just about the money. It's about the fact that she kept a massive amount of debt hidden until she had no choice but to tell me. And even then, she only told me because I pushed for it. That's not partnership. That's avoidance. So I told her I couldn't go through with it. I called it off the wedding. It sucked. It still sucks. We told the venue that we canceled what we couldn't let people know. Her family is furious. Mine has been supportive, but trying not to say I told you so. I've lost a lot of money, deposits, suits, some family flying from out of state, but honestly, that's nothing compared to what could have happened if I ignored my gut. She moved out 2 days ago. We've barely spoken. I kept second guessing myself. Even now, I didn't want this. But I also didn't want to wake up one day in a financial ruin wondering why I ignored every red flag just to avoid hurting someone. Anyway, thanks for everyone who gave advice or just listened. I'm heartbroken, yeah, but I feel like I did the right thing. Doesn't make it easy, just necessary.
If she truly loved him, she would have got over it.
Good on homie. Good on homie.
That's...
I mean, in my opinion, would have called it off sooner, but...
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
If she truly loved him, she would have got over it and just signed the prenup. Let's be real.
Yeah, 100%.
I understand earlier we said, well, what's it matter if there's a prenup because you're thinking about the prenup, but I know that goes both ways.
Yeah.
But the issue is, at that point, he's more valid to want a prenup now that he knows you're in $92,000 of credit card debt. And I feel like if you're in that, it's very fair. Nobody wants to leave somebody. Nobody wants to get married and they get divorced.
Yeah.
I think it's very fair to say, hey, let's do a valid prenup. Make it to where my real estate stuff's on me, your debt's on you, my debt's on me. I think that's very valid. The fact that she was so against doing that they ended up leaving each other tells me it wasn't completely about the relationship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 100% just about her getting her debt paid off.
Yeah.
And then leaving him with half of his estate.
Yeah, exactly.
And assets.
Yeah, I mean... So.
At the very least, she'd get her debt paid off. From her side.
We're on the guy's side. We're on the guy's side here, Damien.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Like, I could 100% see her being a gold digger too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way she wasn't.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I probably would have done the same thing he did. To be fair, I probably would have called it off. I mean, that's insane work to think that I'm going to be chill and okay with being 6 figures in debt with some. That's insane.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he could have had it paid off in a relatively quick time. I don't know what his job is or anything, but it has nothing to do with the money itself. It has to do with her lying about it
for 3 years.
For 3 years.
And with him paying, it's not even his debt.
Not even his debt. He didn't rack it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't help both of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, and with him not being able to see it, when I was saying with food, like, I mean, if she did accumulate this during,
That's
mean,
true.
if she
I guess
wasn't
over
spending a lot on
3
food,
years,
then
you get food
that's
once or twice
something
a day,
that isn't
depending on where you eat out.
Yeah.
You go to an expensive restaurant every day.
Let's do like $40 a day.
But again, you could tell the guy, hey, I gotta spend less money. I'm starting to go into debt.
About that much.
See, that's still not.
For 3 years.
That's
Dang.
$40 every day.
Yeah.
365 days.
Yeah, and like the thing, that would be the only way, just because if she ate
should we say that
it wouldn't be
aloud?
something physical that she would bring back with her.
Yeah, if it's like $40 a day for 3 years, about $43,800. So that's about half of what.
And here's actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, when I think about what he said, he did at least have some kind of inkling for the fact that he said there were some wild purchases. Bro, I'm just saying, bro must have had some kind of inkling.
Yeah,
I mean, he knew there were some wild purchases.
Yeah, like one day she came home with like an expensive ass bag or something.
Yeah, I mean that
a surprise. Maybe not all the purchases were for herself. Maybe she purchased vacation tickets for them both. Said she had the money for it, but was just racking up the credit card debt.
Yeah, I don't know.
But even then, still, $90,000 in debt, and you're now just telling him right before the wedding, and you didn't want to sign the prenup.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty wild. I definitely think that he is not that.
He is not the asshole.
And even said she had the means to pay it off.
Yeah.
She must have been terrible with her money. I don't know
Oh,
how you,
100%.
I don't know how you're okay with getting that much in debt.
I don't know. I think I'd probably be shitting a brick if that was that.
I'd have a heart
I would
attack.
be just for like a few thousands. I think I'd be already sweating a little bit.
I'd be contemplating faking my death at that point.
I mean, in my opinion,
they
I
got
feel
no
like,
fucking trail. They can't find me.
like what you said about a few thousand in debt. I mean, at that point, I would say that's all right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, personally, I would be like,
So here's the thing.
I have to
I would
really
argue-
start thinking about financially what I'm going
I would
to do
argue-
to pay that.
There's a difference between a few $1,000s in credit card debt and a few $1,000s in debts on loans.
Yes.
Because
that's
I
different.
think they differentiate your character. If you have like a $40,000 loan on a truck, that's different than $40,000 in credit card.
Well,
debt.
I know. I mean, this house, obviously I'm paying it back.
Yeah.
I'm not sweating about that because the payments I'm making them. But the thing is that is something that I, I
Exactly.
financially put in my, I physically, mentally think about it and accommodate with not spending as much as I, could with credit cards. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of a loan, at the end of it, you get to keep, or whatever you were paying for, is completely yours. At the end of that credit card, you paid a crap ton of interest for a bunch of stuff you didn't really need.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, I mean, even with the credit card stuff, the most you're buying with that stuff, it's probably not increasing with value unless you're doing some real,
Real voodoo shit.
Yeah, like some real, conscious purchases on making a financial gain at the end of it. This obviously seems like it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like she was just doing, like he said, it was weird. It was weird purchases.
She's going out and get some bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Homie was definitely not the asshole for that one. I got another one from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for letting something happen with my wife and my nephew?
Can we just pause? Can we pause?
Nah.
What do you mean by letting something in?
I don't know. We'll have to figure out what this.
Oh, this is about to be freaky. I
Bro,
can
I
feel it.
swear.
Oh, no.
I swear, man.
Dude, I'm about to tweak out.
Hey! Hold up. Okay, this is incredibly difficult to write, and I know I'm going to get absolutely dragged, but
Oh my
I
God.
need some perspective
Oh my
because I'm completely lost.
No.
My wife, 30s, and I, 40s, have been married for a while, and we've had an open aspect to our marriage for some time. Something would
He's a
have
cuck.
always... Yeah.
Well, there's your first mistake.
Yeah, that is your first
Dude,
mistake.
this is going exactly where we think it's going.
Yeah, this is exactly where it's going.
Oh, how
I mean, this don't need to continue, but
Why even be in the relationship if it's gonna be? Oh
Exactly.
My God.
Hey, yo, she was just trying
Why?
to... She
Is
was
the
just
age
climbing
of
the
the
branches.
nephew in
She
here?
was just climbing the branches.
Are we going to get to the age of the nephew? Not that it matters. It does.
No, it
All right,
does.
all right. We've had an open aspect to our marriage for some time. Something we've always discussed and shoot. Yeah, they did it carefully though. They did it carefully. It's usually with other couples or people we don't have a strong personal connection with. My nephew, 19.
Oh no.
Okay, at least he's legal.
Yeah.
Barely.
19.
She's in her 30s,
No.
dude.
But it's still not okay because it's the nephew, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she's tweaking because of, obviously she's doing some cougar shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a kid, and I figured out my sister did something with my kid. My sister might be getting shot.
Oh, hell no, dude.
Well, not gonna lie, if my wife asked me for an open marriage,
What
she'd
the
leave
Wait,
me. I'll kick her ass out.
wait, no, hold on. I'm going back to what Matthew said. Your fucking sisters. That's the end. That's incest, my guy.
100%, dude.
If you had a son and your sister fucked your son,
That's what I'm saying. That's what.
they're not related. They're married.
Keep going. Keep
I
going.
mean, they're really.
Keep
Both
going,
situations
keep going,
are
keep going,
fucked.
keep
But
going.
hey, yo, I hope she listens to this.
No, I just want to go ahead and say this guy's a cuck already.
Well, what I was thinking is,
I mean,
what I was thinking is somehow his wife and his nephew. I guess that is a bit different. Because they are technically blood.
Yeah,
But
That's
still
bad.
That's
But
still
it's,
bad. That's still
in my
very bad.
eyes, it's no
Yes.
different.
Yeah, 100%.
In my eyes, it's no different. It's just as
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I don't care if they
it's-
married or not. That's still your nephew.
Yeah, it's just bad in general.
And he's still 19.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Things have been weird. My wife and my nephew have always gotten along well, but lately there's been a different vibe. Lots of laughing, inside jokes, late night talks,
Whapping?
lots of laughing. Did
Oh,
I say
laugh.
whap- I was
They
like,
said whapping.
Did I say whapping?
What?
yeah, no whapping.
No whapping.
No
thank
whapping.
God,
No
thank
whapping,
God.
probably fapping though.
Well, I hope he be whapping, but I mean,
All right.
Okay, continue.
a few nights ago, I come home later than expected from a work thing. The house was quiet, I went to bed, and my wife wasn't there. I found her in the living room with my nephew. Things had clearly happened. I didn't make a scene, I just froze. They both looked mortified. My wife immediately started crying and apologizing. No. That's...
No, bro. Why? I mean,
she already instantly knew
Okay,
Yeah.
that
let
was...
me pause real quickly. You are not the asshole. I don't even need to hear the rest of this. I don't even need to hear the rest of this.
no.
You are
You're
inherently
not-
not the asshole.
you're
I know
not
you had
the
an open
asshole.
relationship. You had an open relationship.
This,
That's family.
I think this one would be one more suited in crazy confessions than Am I the Asshole? I want to start.
But it's not really a
I want to say.
confession.
I want to say that this guy, not the asshole. Second, he's a cuck for having an open relationship. And was
Yeah.
dumb in the first
Alright,
They,
place.
let's
they should have
continue.
broke it off the moment they wanted to see other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
let's-
aside, it's fucking family.
Okay, let's
That's
continue,
off limits no
bro.
matter how bad you think it is.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
So, my nephew looked like he wanted the ground to swallow him whole. We've
Something
had
else will swallow them whole. I can
Oh,
tell you that.
hey, ho! Oh! I mean, hey, ask her. Ask her. We've had some incredibly difficult conversations since then. My wife is saying it was a mistake, a lapse in judgment fueled by alcohol, and the weird dynamic of him being there.
Okay.
The fuck does weird dynamic have
If
to do
you
with that?
had enough alcohol in your system to justify doing that, you wouldn't remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is weird, and also the weird dynamic.
I'm just gonna go
What
say
the
it.
what the fuck
I'm gonna
was
go
that?
say it. If I have a wife, if I'm married to a woman, right? I don't think there's any level of drunk I would get that I would fuck my knees.
Alcohol.
I don't think there's any amount of alcohol.
Alcohol isn't an excuse. People
That's
use it
what
as
I'm
an excuse.
saying.
Exactly.
It's not one.
That's
exactly.
just crazy.
It's not one. If you can't handle your alcohol, don't fucking drink.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're gonna bang
I
my
mean, okay,
niece,
wait.
get out.
So we know the wife was drinking. Was the nephew?
Probably not.
So the nephew was the one that probably went with it.
But
I
here's the
mean,
thing. She started crying
okay,
immediately.
she may have initiated it, but he went with it and he was sober.
He's 19. He's gonna take what he can get. The lady's fucking 30. She should know better.
I mean, if she came
They
on
should
to
both
him,
know better,
I
but-
mean, when you're 19, you're already pretty spry. So
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
bro
I get
was
what he's
obviously-
saying. I get what he's-
the blood was not in his head.
Yeah.
It was just in the other head. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
It was in one of his heads.
Yeah, my nephew is just shell-shocked and doesn't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I feel betrayed, obviously. Not just because of the open marriage aspect, but because it was my nephew. It feels like a violation of a different kind of trust, a family trust. My wife is begging me to forgive her, saying she'll do anything.
No.
She already did something.
No,
I
I
mean,
mean, no. There's no reason to forgive her. I mean, no.
yeah. My nephew is talking about leaving immediately. I just feel dumb and confused. Am I the asshole for not immediately shutting down the possibility of this happening? For having an open marriage in the first place? For not seeing the signs? Or am I an asshole for even considering trying to work through this, given who was involved? I know this is messed up. I just need some outside perspective, as harsh as it might be.
Let's pause.
I feel like you should have.
Now, I don't know if any of this inclines him being an asshole. You can call him ignorant. I don't know if he'd be an asshole, okay? Here's my issue. nobody, I'm not condoning open relationships, but nobody when they get in open relationships thinks they have to say, hey, don't fuck my nephew.
Yeah.
That's not something that's on your mind. Because it's just a given. It is a given.
Oh, he was given something.
I know. Now, for everything that he asked, am I the asshole for this, that, you can call him ignorant. He's not really an asshole. And he's not an asshole for being upset.
No, not at all.
No.
But
I think the nephew's kind of an asshole.
The nephew's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
nephew's
my
a
bad. I
dick.
think you're talking about the
No,
nephew.
nephew's
no,
an
no,
absolute
no, no.
dick. He probably drives a BMW.
He,
That's neither here nor there, but
Dude made wrong decision again.
she's
and
definitely
again
driving
and
the
again.
stick shift. I can tell you.
yeah, but
Dude.
I mean,
Dude.
and also back to the drunk thing. How do you get so drunk you fuck your own nephew?
That's what I'm saying. There was some choice
She's
involved
using
in
it
that.
as an excuse. There's not one.
There's
She
no
fucking
excuse.
did it.
Mm.
And to the open relationship, like he said, like Matthew said, he's not condoning it, but to just let your wife go and sleep with a dozen other guys.
That's just gross to begin with.
I mean, granted, if he's getting action, good on him, I suppose. But it's not his own niece, is it?
Yeah.
No, exactly.
So,
Like, it's in... There are unwritten rules there that say no family. There are unwritten rules.
No, the rules shouldn't even have to be even unwritten or written.
That's
That's just something you just don't do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not even a thought.
Those are rules of humanity. If you're married to somebody, don't sleep with their niece.
yeah.
Or nephew, whatever. You get it.
Yeah, whatever. Innies or outies is a comment.
If you're married to somebody, their whole family's off limits. Don't bang their mom.
If you're
don't
look-
bang their sister. Don't bang their dad. Don't bang their fucking niece.
If you're
it's
looking
not
at
that
this
complicated.
from the point of view of that one boyfriend from the previous one, he'd probably say game was game.
You're
Game
right.
is game.
He wouldn't want the
Hey.
recording of that.
They dapped him up afterwards. Hey, game is
Game
game.
is game.
Alright, comment. Not the asshole. Why would your wife think that family would be an appropriate avenue to include in your open marriage?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's valid.
Right there, that's what we're saying.
100%. That's enough said. Enough
Dude.
said.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
obviously.
that's
That's just
from the
insane.
very beginning it was fucked.
Yeah.
And like my question is, he's questioning himself right now. What has been said to him? Are they making him feel like an asshole? Because why in the world would you ever question yourself there?
Also,
I feel like they almost have to be making him feel like an asshole, that he has to question himself on if he's
Yeah.
an asshole or not.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, yeah, no, bro's pretty valid for
100%, yeah.
for obviously staying with the opinion that that's pretty fucked up, because that is pretty fucked up.
I mean, to me, I don't even think there's even a reason to question it, but yeah.
No,
that's
no,
what-
there is
there's no
no
reason to
there's no
question
reason.
it.
If he's
That's
if
just-
he's questioning it, are they making him feel like an asshole? Because to me,
I wouldn't say they're making him feel like an asshole. I mean, obviously, because she's not dogging on him.
yeah,
She was
Yeah.
dogging someone
So
else.
she
you're right.
immediately started crying, so she knew she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
She blamed the alcohol. There's only you can only blame yourself for that.
And she was just trying to make him not as angry. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the dude in that situation, first, no open relationship, so this wouldn't even happen from the beginning.
No, hell no.
But
Nah.
if
Nah.
I were in his situation at that time, I'd just fucking leave.
Yeah, I'd be.
Alright.
I'd be
I'd
out.
leave.
Okay, hold on. She said she would do anything, right? Do anything. To
Anything?
make it up
Oh,
to him.
she was doing
Hold on,
anything.
hold on. You know what she can do? Get out.
She'd go fuck
Yeah,
There you
herself.
go.
Yeah,
I'll
she-
forgive you. Get out. Get out of my life.
Get out. You
Get
can't.
out. Yep. Make sure she signed.
The fucking couch is stained.
Make sure
We're
she
getting
signed the
rid of this
prenup.
thing.
Yeah.
Make sure she signed the prenup.
Hey, yo. Hey. What? Hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah, they are married.
Hold
I
on.
forgot. Yeah,
These-
you're right.
hold
You're
on.
right.
These past two stories kind of correlate.
They do.
Because if the one girl ended up staying with that guy, there's a chance he would have ended up getting her niece, and we would have had the same thing.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Right? It all overlaps. I mean,
I'm here to blow my load, not my mind.
that's, yeah, dude, like...
So I got another one from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for how I told my brother's girlfriend that sperm
Here, one
doesn't
second.
help with
Before we
acne?
continue, alcohol makes your subconscious kind of take control. Were they even thinking about this from the get-go, just fucking the nephew and the aunt?
Well, I always heard.
That's a good question.
Alcohol doesn't
Because it's
bring
like
out anything new.
it like does something to your what system is it? It's not nervous, but it's like a
Puts the truth more forward, I suppose.
Nothing new comes to your mind.
if you
Yeah.
It's just
if
what
you
have
get
in
if
mind
you
to
get drunk
begin
and you're at a bar and you find somebody pretty, you're gonna go up and try to talk to them. You're just more inebriated, so you're gonna be more inclined to go up and talk to them, even if you were a shy person from the get go.
They unlock primal instinct.
Which is a good point.
Now, the two
Meaning,
things...
if the nephew and the aunt got together, there was some sort of forethought.
Yeah.
That they wanted to get together. He's got a point.
The two most truthful people, drunk people, and kindergartners.
Yeah. True.
Say what you want, little kids have the worst insults because they're true. That's unrelated though.
Yeah. So I got another one from the Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for how I told my brother's girlfriend that sperm doesn't help with acne?
100%.
What?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make a prediction right now.
He nutting on her
So
face.
his brother probably convinced his girl. Okay, so let's say the brother and the girlfriend. His brother probably convinced his brother's girlfriend. So it's like the brother's girlfriend that if he came on her face, it helped with her acne. She probably told him about it for whatever reason, and he snitched on his brother and said, "Oh hell no, that doesn't help with acne." That's my prediction.
Don't be a snitch. That simple. I mean, he shouldn't have lied to
Or
her like
vice
that.
versa.
Dude, my brother's girlfriend comes up and says that. I don't know if I'd snitch or not. I gotta be honest. I'd be like, what's this freak doing? I might have a chat with him first.
He shouldn't have lied to her like that.
But that's just a prediction, so
yeah.
let's see what the actual...
I said that to be funny. He shouldn't have lied to her like that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, that's got to be a weird conversation.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see.
That's just a prediction,
We'll see. So, throwaway account, because I do use Reddit. Fake names to protect privacy. Me, 37 male, and my brother Hank, 34 male, are medical at doctors. My pet peeve is medical misinformation, so when I hear it, I am quick to call it out. My brother's girlfriend, Jane, 25 female, is a kind, empathetic, successful woman, but she's not an academic. She's 3 of us, plus my wife, Kelsey, 39 female, were hanging out and Jane mentioned something about sperm helping with acne. Without thinking, I immediately told her that was a myth. That is probably and is still a popular one because guys use it to trick women. My mind wasn't on Jane's adult acne until after I said that. Jane turned to Hank and asked him about why did he tell her that sperm helps with acne. Hank said he was joking when he told her. Jane wanted to leave, but she had been drinking so many. My wife offered to drive her home. Hank was asking me why did I tell his girlfriend that in such a way. I told him he shouldn't have told her that. He said it was a stupid joke. I told him that if so many people believe medical information from influencers on Instagram and TikTok, imagine how people will accept medical information from a doctor. He said the way I said it made it seem like he was lying to her. Am I the asshole?
He
was lying to her!
No, you're not the asshole, because it's not like... I think in this situation, even if you knew your brother's intent was and you snitched, you still wouldn't be the asshole, because that's kind of an asshole thing to lie about. But the fact that it wasn't even intentional more so makes you not an asshole. You just didn't want medical information. You were saying, hey, no, that's incorrect. I'm correcting you. And your brother got pissed about it because he just wanted to come on her face.
Yeah, he lied to her. He spoke the truth. Honesty is honesty, okay?
Bro just wanted a doodle bobber.
That's what I'm
Yoing.
That's really what he fucking sounded like when he was doing it too.
I mean... No, but then you think about it a little bit more. She's probably rubbing it into her face, too.
Yeah, dude, that's freaky.
And letting it sit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Her face probably crusty after an hour.
She's just picking at that shit like it scabs.
Oh.
Ooh.
She'd be going to work with a face mask on every day.
Yeah.
Natural face.
Yeah.
Natural face mask.
Probably could have been getting worse too, and they're doing it more often. It just gets worse and worse.
Like, man, maybe
I'm
you need to
telling
apply
you,
3 times.
I'm telling you, you just need to keep applying more to your face.
This
Things
is-
have to get worse to get better.
I guess
honey.
it's time to test the theory.
Hey yo, who's?
Hey, hold up.
Hold up.
Hey, hold up.
To be fair, this is literally just like the wax dipping videos you see. Except dipping their hand in wax, it's just this dude busting multiple times on this chick's face.
Do you think they have like a gallon-sized jug that she just like gets up at 3 a.m. just dunks her face in and goes back to bed?
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess it's a honey. I need the lotion on my face, and he just gets at it.
Just gets at it, just ugh.
No, she makes trips to the sperm bank.
Dude, that's freaky.
No,
he's not the
No,
asshole.
he
I'm
is.
sorry.
Honestly, I praise that guy. I praise that guy for telling the truth about that.
Yeah, because that's.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, especially the guy being a doctor. Like, you shouldn't lie.
A
to
homie
people.
deserves a medal.
to be
Because he's using his authority and power.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Yeah.
do
To
that.
make people think it's true, because he's a doctor, so why would he lie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Or be
yeah,
incorrect at the least. Why
I
would he be
mean,
incorrect?
I just if he knew that his brother told his wife in the first place, do you think that he would have said that? What do you think? Do you think he would have kind of? I don't think he would
I
have
think
presented
maybe-
it the way that he would.
Maybe in a nicer way, but I think he still would have kind of said it.
I think
maybe
even
behind
if
closed doors, he might
let's
tell.
okay. Let's say he does say it. I
Yeah.
still don't think he's inherently an asshole.
No,
he's not the asshole in any
Yeah, in
perspective.
any
here.
perspective. I personally think, by the way he sounds, think he would have.
He probably
No.
would have said it differently. I think he would have
I mean,
still would have said it.
he just probably saved her from another few nights of crusty face. So
Yeah.
Well, he
Yeah.
started out the story with saying he frequently corrected people, so I
Yeah.
imagine he's the type of person to tell anybody about.
he's the type of guy that pushes up his glasses and says
Yeah.
Actually.
Actually, comment. Not the asshole. He did lie to her, and I bet he was getting off to it too. He only said it was a
I mean,
joke.
that's the only way for it to work. But
Yeah. He only said it was a joke when he got caught in his lie. It's very disrespectful and disgusting that he used his medical license to garner trust, and that was in one of the edits. This dude is
Yeah.
also, licensed.
Mm-hmm.
And considerably older than her.
Yes, but then he used that trust to spray his baby batter on her face. That's shameful and gives doctors a bad reputation.
Honestly.
Bro was making pancakes on her. Alright, next one we got is from Vince. My brother genuinely believes AI artists are true artists and makes me so fucking mad.
Can we just say that's not true and skip this one? Because that's freaking stupid. They're just asking an AI to, hey, please draw me this. Right?
Yeah.
Or asking an AI, given the
Right?
AI.
That's what an AI artist
Hey,
is? Or is
hey.
that...
That's
Or
my art
He might be
career.
talking about music here. Is it like art?
Oh,
in
wait,
general,
yeah.
or
Is it art?
Is it artist? Is it
art,
music?
or is it...
Or is it
Let-
just as a whole?
Let me read it real quick.
Okay.
And I'll explain
Okay.
it. It's not
Don't be-
super long.
Don't be throwing shade at my art career, Owen.
Yeah.
So, I know it's not that serious, but I need to rant somewhere where I won't be mad fun off for being whiny. I love painting. I love to draw.
Okay.
Sketch, paint,
Okay, yeah, there we go.
in oils, acrylics, you name it. Be it traditional or digital art, the core idea has always been to express yourself the best you can. It's unique because every artist has a different stroke and a different style.
Yeah.
Yo.
True.
Oh, God.
Different strokes for different folks.
I mean, it's time to find out, I suppose.
Yeah. My older brother thinks AI art is real because it takes creativity to make up a prompt.
Oh boy.
There's no creativity.
Oh, okay.
There we
You can
go.
literally put in the thing, just say, make me a rubber duck
That's the thing.
Guava
It
juice,
took-
rubber goose.
It took me so much creativity to say, could you make me a picture of a monkey in a jungle? Like,
a monkey in a jar, and
like,
then it
yeah.
can do. And then, depending on how it
Fairly
is, it
obvious
can make it the most
reference.
extravagant thing. You could give it the dumbest prompt, like draw a light bulb, and it could turn it to the fucking Mona Lisa. That's a light
Dude,
bulb.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, AI
That's not
is
actual
not
art. Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's nothing creative about
There's
it.
no
It's a computer.
creativity.
Computers don't think for themselves. It's
Yeah.
a damn. I mean, I don't
Well, I
know,
mean, they
don't
do
know.
they do think for themselves, but
But it's not.
It's
there's
not.
Nothing
yeah,
new is being created.
not the
there.
same. Yeah.
Nothing
But yeah.
new is being created. Nothing is being
Yeah.
painted.
It fucking doesn't. You can make up the most bizarre
Goes back.
prompt in your head, but the creativity is in how you express it on canvas.
Mhm.
How can you share your vision with people, not in asking someone something to fucking make it for
Oh
you?
my god!
Dude, here's my issue.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. The issue is not only in AR itself. That's one thing, but it's one saying, "Oh, I made this" and stuff. When you literally just put a prompt in. Two, people are like trying to sell it and stuff. It's like, come on, like, let's be all real. We all like AI and stuff, but AI art is just no,
Yeah.
no.
I don't
the
know,
only
man. This is
good,
the
the only
beginning
good
of the end.
AI is ChatGPT. I
That's
don't
what
know,
I'm
to
saying.
be honest.
I'm-
I suppose, but like.
Everyone who can access Google Translate is not a fucking linguistic. I just messed that up horribly.
Linguini.
This boy's literally about to do some Ratatouille shit with some fucking linguistic expert. My parents say he says this stuff just to annoy me, but now it just feels hurtful. Like you're a grown ass person. What do you get by ruining something I feel so passionately about just to get a rise out of me? I just left the conversation because it wasn't worth it. But I know if I had a grudge for too long, him and my parents will make fun of me for being immature and sensitive. That's...
I mean, enough said. What I said at the beginning still stands true. AI art is not art.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's art, but not in the sense of, bringing something to creativity. It's literally just
That's
some
like-
random shit that's,
That's
processed.
like asking saying this, the Starry Night is the same thing as, like, the terrible ass, like, AI video things.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
I mean, that's basically saying, like,
And my
a
thing
bologna is
is
a fucking flaming on. That bologna is
Here
mixed
would
up
be-
with some bullshit in
and you
that.
know what? Here would be my argument. When you say AI, 90% of the time you're like, oh, that's AI.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at normal everyday drawings, sometimes people have a certain cue that you might recognize, but you're not going to be able to just, unless it's a famous drawing, immediately recognize who drew it.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's completely different.
I'd say, but yeah, AI art is so easily, like, recognized.
The sad part is, though, as it goes on, it's probably going to get to the point where it's going to be hard to discern from actual art is the issue.
Yeah, sadly, that's going to be the case. So, the next one I got from Today I Fucked Up. Today I fucked up by asking if my wife wanted to have sex with me in knight armor.
Hell yeah, brother! Hell yeah!
How is that a fuck up? That's not.
Dude, that's
great.
not a fuck up, dude. That guy's a Chad.
Bro just wanted to be hard as metal for once.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yo. They
He
both-
wanted to
He
joust.
matches his suit.
He wanted to joust in bed.
Hey, yo. Alright. Too Long Didn't Read is the title anyway. This has started a few months ago. I've always kind of noticed that my GF is not super into it when we were having intercourse. So I brought it up and she said it was nothing. That was until one night we were both pretty tipsy and she said that the only thing that turns her on sexually is robots.
What?
I can see the progression here.
vibrator, it's a robot.
Yeah,
Look at this AI picture I just drew.
Oh, fuck. She might like that. Like Gundams from anime. Think Ava, for example, Eva.
Do you think she gets off to the one robot from Adventure Time?
I'm gonna be honest with you
The
guys.
microwave.
I see absolutely no issue here.
With the night armor or her only liking robots?
Both. Hey, I've seen some bad robots, bro. Like what?
That were like a movie.
Hey, is it robots that's got the super caked up one?
The robust?
No, you know the movie like it's
Oh,
like a
robots with the
Robots
yeah,
with, like, the mom that's got, like, all
With
the
the and the, yeah.
I understand where she's coming from. Now, only attracted to them, I don't know, but there are some attractive robots.
Bro is literally clinking metal.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
I'm
I should
botting
probably
it.
bring this up now, but I love knight armor and have my own knight. He has his own knight armor that I love very much. So I joked that they might do the trick. She got very serious and fully agreed to try that. And it was the best sex of our life that night.
do you think he had a little hump that went on his wiener that he flicked the visor down?
Bro went into sport mode. The problem is that now we won't have sex unless I'm wearing a full knight armor.
Oh, okay, I'm starting to see where the issue
And
is.
recently she has been asking to include weapon play.
Dog, what?
no.
Are we talking about, like,
Hey,
We're about to
whips, or what are we
guillotine this
talking about?
fucking dude's dick off.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, I mean, to be fair,
I'm assuming we're talking like whips and stuff.
No, I'm gonna assume.
What's it
I'm gonna
mean?
assume
Because
this
we ain't
guy's-
taking a lot of sword. What are we doing with a sword? Shoving it up her coochie? Like, what's happening here?
Hey, yo, it's basically like the swallow sword play, but, like, instead it's just a coochie. You just gotta hope that, you know, it gapes enough.
You gotta
Like
be
the
careful.
video you said the other night with the lightsaber. Looks
Yeah,
like it's a
yeah.
sword.
He might pull out that Fortnite scar, the Nerf scar.
Oh, what? The fuck for what?
I'm about to fucking blast her with the Nerf gun. I'm gonna get you with the Nerf gun.
That shit wasn't even in the fucking regulations. What? You're going,
But it's robots.
I could,
bitch is a girl. I mean, this is what's like. She's gonna be into fucking character or something. She's gonna be like a fucking bard, and he's gonna bring out a gun, and she's gonna be like, "What does thou have?
What the?
what is this?"
It's
Yeah.
my lead slinger.
I'm just saying, but you know, armor. If this is a real, I mean, not quote unquote real, but pseudo
Yeah.
armor. Think how heavy that is. What can you like?
Dude's
Obviously,
gonna
he
work out.
has to be a bottom. If he's a top, he's just gonna be fucking jacked.
I'm with you.
Sooner or later, and that robot or the armor will not fit him.
I could see where he's coming from.
Now, the
Like,
question
he's,
is-
he's trying to make her enjoy it.
If he is in a full metal suit of armor, is he bug ass naked in that thing?
Yes.
He's got to be, yeah.
Chafing must go hard. I will be honest. He must be chafed out of his mind.
Doesn't sound like it matters because he said it's the best sex they've ever had in their
Honey,
lives, so.
my ass is stuck to the plates. Can you unstick it for me? She just fucking grabs the little piece. Just.
You just hear like a bandit.
Yeah, I could see where he's going with it, but it's really seems like she wants to take it a bit too
Gotta be
far.
honest with you, I think he put himself in the situation.
He did.
He knew she was into robots and medieval stuff, and he's
She was just into robots.
Just
This
robots.
medieval stuff is.
Well,
just,
yeah, but like
He
I
just
know,
happened to
but-
like suits of armor.
he,
I know.
he wanted her to
I'm
be
just-
he
I'm
wanted
just
her to be
stating-
into it. I'm not gonna fault him for that. How was he supposed to know she was
He
gonna?
flew too close to the sun and he went in.
He got fucking burned, and now his
Yeah.
ass is probably
Zachary-
burning in the suit
Yeah.
from just like. Pew, 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 pew. I mean, that's
You think he
gonna
makes
come
robot
out looking
sounds
like
while
a
he's
fucking
doing it?
baboon.
You can't fault him too
What'd you
much
say?
though.
He
He's
makes
trying.
robot sounds while he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like the guy is
That's
trying,
You
so
could-
you can't fault him that much.
Yeah, that's. I mean, bro is trying for
3 beeps from
Yeah.
coming.
like R2D2 his ass. Can you do that again for me?
Thrust in harder.
Beep 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 beep.
Bro's definitely forklift certified. We got another one from today. I fucked up by scratching my balls.
How?
Is
Bro,
this bro like
scratch
cut
too
in? Like, what are we...
He
I'm
scratched
gonna
too
take
deep.
a guess. I'm gonna take a guess. he scratched his balls in front of a lady and she charged him with sexual assault.
Well, let's find
I'm
out.
gonna take a guess, and he accidentally somehow actually scratched his balls and cut it.
He has testicular torsion.
I'm going with Matthew on this one. He cut them bitches open.
Well, let's see. A fresh today I fucked up for y'all. Since this happened a little more than an hour ago. Mods, I'll gladly delete this if you deem it this under the too vulgar rule. I also can't seem to find the not safe for watching tag on mobile. Sorry for that. So I was at a family gathering. Both
boy.
Oh no.
Alright, Owen may have been more on par, right?
Both for Easter and for the birthday of my grandma. She is 92 years old and
Hey,
is still going
yo.
strong.
Oh no.
What's up, Grandma? Give me a scratch, will you?
I haven't seen them things look that perky in a while. She's too busy looking at saggy ones. I went to the toilet as one normally does, and had a spot on my balls that was a bit itchy.
It happens.
Boy.
Not unusual, just a slight scratch and it'll go away. The scratch didn't go away, so I scratched some more. Even pulled the good old pinch and roll technique.
That's
for
what I
that
ask
one.
about it.
That's
That's what I
valid.
ask.
That's valid. And after more scratching than I cared to admit, a tiny spot on my sack started bleeding.
Oh no.
No big deal. It'll stop eventually.
No.
You might already be able to guess what's coming. The bleeding doesn't stop. The womb is as tiny as it is can be, but damn, it just pissing blood for some reason. It's not an extreme amount for any means, but there's no way I can get back to the family while it's bleeding this much. My frustration grows with every minute. I need to sit on the toilet to wait for the bleeding to stop. I have used way more toilet paper than I expected for this. And, oh my god.
Sounds like he needs to go to the ER or
Well,
something,
there's some
bro.
main arteries going to your dick, man. If you get a cut there, that could be bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
There is a certain point. If you're going through more toilet paper, your balls should not be bleeding that fucking badly,
I'd be calling somebody close to me like,
you
hey,
might need to
get in
call
here
somebody
with
and be
some
like, hey,
bandages.
I just cut open my balls. I might need to go somewhere. There's no way this is a tiny cut.
No. There's no way.
How hard
If
was
he's
your
going
scratching?
through more toilet
Yeah,
paper,
I'd say,
than
oh
he's
yeah, how hard did he freaking
What
scratch?
was
I've
bro
scratched
doing?
hard. I've never scratched that hard.
I mean, there's
That's
no
next
way the
level.
pinch and roll did that.
No.
Unless his fingernails are fucking sharp as shit and he snagged himself and
He
then
saw bladed that shit, bro.
Dude took a chunk out of his sack.
Bro took that shit to the fucking grinder.
No,
Like,
no, my issue is, like, I've never cut open my balls, no, but put pressure on it. It should stop bleeding relatively quickly. If you're going through, like, a ton of toilet paper, you might need to go to the hospital. Like,
I don't know.
You should at least be, messaging somebody he's close to in the family and be like, hey, get me some bandages. I got a cut or something.
Yeah. Than expected for this, and to make matters worse, someone tries to open the door because they need to use the toilet as well. Meanwhile, my fucking sack still doesn't stop fucking bleeding.
No.
I've been on the toilet for way longer than normal, and the chances of significant family judgment are rising by the second, as are my feelings of stress. So I quickly put a load of toilet paper in my underwear
I was going
and
to say,
get
that's
out.
a good suggestion.
I socialize a bit while stressing my ass off about bleeding through my underwear. I sneak out and go upstairs to use the bathroom there, hopefully undisturbed. Luckily my pants survived, but my underwear does have bloody spots. The bleeding luckily
How
slowed
much
down.
is he fucking bleeding?
Luckily it slowed down, but it's not stopping yet. From this point on, I was able to take my time and wait for the bleeding to stop, which it did after a few more minutes. Not taking any chances, I put some more clean toilet paper into my underwear and finished up with the gathering. Luckily, I was about to go home anyways. I got home and inspected the damage. End result, some blood stains on the inside of my pants, but nothing seems to be visible on the outside. My underwear is ruined though.
how much was he bleeding?
That's what I'm saying.
If he was bleeding enough for it to soak through toilet paper and your underwear and hit your pants,
No,
should have went to the hospital.
Let it soak into your underwear. Maybe it started from your underwear. If your underwear is bad enough for you to deem it as like cleanable,
Yeah.
like your underwear is ruined. How badly did you cut your freaking
Yeah.
crap?
Dude, maybe he got in there with like a back scratcher or something and just freaking just.
Nah, bro.
Dude had some sharp.
And here's
nails.
my
I don't
issue.
know.
He was acting like that's not the first time he's made his balls
Yeah,
bleed.
yeah.
He was acting like this is some sort of normal occurrence, and
That
that
is
one
not
just
normal.
happened to go on longer than normal. Why are your balls that itchy? You might need to go get yourself checked if your balls are constantly itchy enough for you to scratch them to the point they bleed. It's one thing to get a ball itch normally, but for it to be so itchy that you scratch yourself to the point you bleed.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I mean, he must have been digging in there.
Bro was literally digging.
He was digging in there.
Comment. I don't know. I think if any part of your body itches to the point of bleeding, you might consider seeking medical professional.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I'm just some random poser on the internet.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I wouldn't even. That's too deep. I just would have said, "Why did you scratch your balls so hard, bro?" I mean, that's
Dude,
insane.
It's one thing if I'm bleeding a lot through an arm or a leg, I'll bandage that crap up.
Yeah.
If it's my nuts, not to sound bad, I'd think a lot more about going to the hospital about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using that much toilet paper, as they said, and you're bleeding through both the toilet paper, your underwear, and your underwear is ruined, you've probably lost a tremendous amount of blood.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Dude, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
I don't know, man. But
Dude,
so I got another one for.
Also, if you're starting to hurt it, like you would notice if it's starting to hurt enough for it to bleed.
Yeah.
Even if I
Oh.
have an itch, if it hurts
Dude.
if it hurts bad enough to start bleeding,
I go back to my issue is if you're itching bad enough to make yourself bleed, you probably need to go get it checked out.
Probably has crabs.
Something.
Yeah. And them things aren't even fucking boiled.
Yeah.
Alright. Am I the asshole for calling Dad's potential former mistress a bimbo whore?
former. I mean, if it's a mistress and like he cheated on his his wife with her, that's valid
Yeah, I don't know.
to an extent anyway.
Yeah. Sorry in advance for my mistakes and my writing. I'm angry typing. Haha. So, the inevitable happened to my male 17. Whoa. Male 17. Oh, he's 17. Mom, female 43. My dad, male 46. Told me 2 weeks ago that they're getting a divorce. To be honest, they were never the image of happy marriage. But as a kid, I never realized that until recently. They're both great parents to me, but not great partners to each other. Since then, my mom has really started unloading her cough, less than favorable options about my dad onto me, and is trying to turn me against him. She makes some good points and some borderline conspiracy level ones, but to be fair, my dad, he hasn't said anything bad about my mom to me since then. Anyway, yesterday my dad took me out to lunch to make it up to me. And out of nowhere, he thought it would be a good idea to introduce me to his new girlfriend. And who is his new girlfriend? Drumroll, please. His new girlfriend, female 30, I think, is his former intern. I remembered her because I saw her a lot last summer when I visited my dad's workplace a few times. In a split second, my brain jumped to the most logical explanation that my dad had been cheating on my mom with her. Now she is super bubbly and overly friendly personality and touchy-touchy. And we actually got along well when we met last summer, but when she came to hug me hello, I visibly recoiled in disgust, and that kind of set the mood for the rest of the lunch. They were talking to me about random stuff while obviously trying to avoid the divorce topic. I got angrier and angrier, and eventually I exploded on them. I don't really remember exactly what was said, maybe my brain's defense mechanism, but when I saw my dad defending her too much, I got really, really furious and called her a bimbo whore. Long story short, my dad grabbed my hand and he immediately brought me back home and left. He didn't respond to my messages until 2 hours ago, and now he's asking me to apologize to her. Now I know that I might have been a little too much, and I don't mind apologizing that much because I've accepted that this is really happening and that she's going to be part of my life now. But a part of me is saying F that and do not do it. They're trying to make me feel like I'm the asshole. What do you think? Am I the asshole?
So this is good.
If she did in fact help him cheat, I feel like that's fair. If she didn't, and that's just how they knew each other and met, then he should apologize. I feel like that needs clarified.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say in this situation she is the asshole.
Yeah.
And my explanation for that is because she just let herself boil and get angry. She did not inquire on. She doesn't have any of the information, so she just automatically assumed that he cheated, and that's how it was. And I assume he makes an ass out of you and me, inherently making her the asshole. Now, like Damien said, if there was cheating, then it's a valid reaction, but she doesn't know if there is or not. Therefore, I feel like she overreacted. Because let's say there wasn't cheating involved. Well, that was very mean. Something that was very mean to say to the woman when she really didn't inherently do anything wrong.
Yeah. I mean, she could have literally just backed off. You know,
However,
but she would have been uncomfortable in that fact. And they went with it. They didn't say anything about that. It's just when she started, flipping her shit that they were like, okay, we need to settle this.
I would argue, we weren't there to see the reaction, but I would argue the dad's also somewhat being an asshole by just automatically saying, hey, you need to apologize. Why not say, hey, let's all sit this down and talk this out? Not, hey, let's just apologize. Everyone's visibly upset. He needs to also be taking her feelings into account, understand why she blew up the way she did. Not that it was right that she did, but understand why. And they all need to sit down and talk it out. I think they're both being... I think she was an asshole. She could have maybe had a different conversation at a different time. Didn't blow up like that without knowing the facts. But he's also an asshole for not seeing her side of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's too much with the story to really conclude.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, she is an asshole for doing that.
There's too many unknowns.
I mean, she's an asshole for the fact, like, this lady, I mean, I don't know, I guess, fuck it, they're all the asshole.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
honestly, yeah.
In this situation, they're all being assholes.
necessary,
Yeah, and something like this, literally every person in the story is an asshole.
Yeah.
Mom's a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Her mom's talking shit about her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what she's talking shit about. She's being an ass.
Yeah.
The kid's being an ass for just, calling this random chick,
And
I don't blame whore. The dad's an asshole for not even just being like, hey, this is my new girlfriend after they just broke up without even letting anything drip. Like, she didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't blame her for blowing up because if you have your mom talking trash about your dad and you go and you have your dad talking trash and then you go and you have other people who have all this going on and then your dad's like, hey, I'm automatically has another girlfriend, it's going to be overwhelming.
I mean, she
said
said
that wasn't talking trash.
Yeah,
well, I
she said
know.
that.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just saying when you have everything coming from all angles.
No, yeah, 100% get that.
Especially if it's that soon and they knew each other well. That's very suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is.
Even if there wasn't anything going on.
For all we know, he was cheating way before.
Even if there wasn't anything going on, I could 100% bridge that gap in my mind too. So I can't throw stones.
Bro was literally doing the Clinton. Like, he's doing the
He was letting those gates water.
Jeez.
Oh. Alright, so I got another one from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my friend everything everyone has been afraid to tell her? I, 17 female, have a friend who got a new boyfriend a few months ago. Our friend group, 5 girls, was really happy for her at first because he's nice. But it's gotten to the point where they can't be apart for more than 5 minutes. He lives in a different city, yet somehow he's always here. When we're at school, they FaceTime constantly. The moment school ends, he's already waiting at her house. Whenever our friend group hangs out, he's there too. He's gotten really annoying. We literally can't be around her without him being there, or at least being mentioned. And when he is there, she won't even look at us. It's like we're invisible. It feels like she's not our friend anymore. Last night, our group planned one of our usual late night hangouts. And we like to meet up around 10 p.m. and walk around all night just talking. But 3 hours in, it was obvious that she and her boyfriend were just walking ahead of us, talking only to each other and ignoring the rest of the group. Everyone else kept whispering about how annoyed they were and how mad the situation was making them. I wasn't enjoying myself at all. I asked the girls if they wanted to just leave them because honestly, I didn't think that they'd even notice. One girl said yes, but the other 2 didn't want to abandon her. So I left with the one who agreed. We said goodbye, and only then did my friend finally notice us for the first time that night. She asked where we were going. I was annoyed that I just told her that we will talk about it later and left. We went to eat ramen and continued our walk, and honestly that night was more fun than anything we've done together with her in the past month. The next day she showed up at my house unannounced, and of course her boyfriend was with her. She demanded to know why we left, so I told her, not just about last night but everything everyone has been too scared to say. I told her that she and her boyfriend are obsessed with each other, that ever since they got together she doesn't care about us, that she treats us like we're only there for her convenience, like punching bags when she's mad. That she acts entitled and thinks that just because she's had a rough past, she deserves everything. She's rude, possessive. That she thinks we owe her something just because she was the one who brought us all together. I unloaded everything. She was crying by the time I was done and she left. But 5 minutes later, she started the argument again in the group chat, which annoyed me even more. So I said all the same things again, but this time I gave examples of every single thing I brought up. She left the group chat after that. Now the other girls are mad at me because some of the examples I gave involved things she had done to them, not just me. I don't know what to think. Am I the asshole? I don't like how we all complained behind her back, but no one had the guts to say anything to her face. But I feel bad that I made her cry.
I'm a level. In my opinion, she is inherently an asshole.
Yeah.
She did not give us examples of how she was actually being rude.
Yep.
To me, it sounds like she just doesn't want her friend to be happy. I understand it does get annoying when...
Yeah.
And we've had this experience, like when I was with the last person I was with, I didn't really hang out with you guys as much as I should have.
Yeah.
The issue is... The correct response isn't to be pissed at the dude or to be pissed at her. Yeah. That's their choice. If you don't want to deal with it, don't invite them. Like, yeah. It'd be rude to not to invite them or anything. But if you want to have like a day to yourselves, go off a few of your friends. You don't have to mention it. Have a day to yourselves if it's really that annoying to you. Let her boyfriend do her own thing.
Although,
at least she's actually hanging out with you. She could just be not hanging out with you in general.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you get a boyfriend, but you just completely drop all your other friends.
I do understand that aspect.
I mean, you've had these friend relationships for however long, and just to get a boyfriend, and then you drop all these friends who have supported you previously. But also, yes, I agree with what you're saying.
My argument would be, she's still hanging out with him. Like, yeah. I understand she's like fixated with her boyfriend. Yep. But she is still hanging out with him. Because, like, I'm going to go back to me with my last relationship. I kind of just stopped hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's a dick thing to do. She was at least going and hanging out. And again, she's fixated on him, so
Honestly?
she's not.
Honestly, let's make this about Matthew. Fuck you, Matthew. You're a dick.
No,
Oh
but
yeah,
Hey.
you definitely are. Sorry.
Yeah, this was all
Yeah.
a scheme to have a
Yeah,
sit down
yeah,
talk
yeah.
with you. This is-
but for real, what I'm saying is, I do think that the woman that's telling the story is inherently an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah.
To me, and at the very least, she let it build up within her to the point where she blew up on her friend.
Yep.
That's unfair. If you say, hey, let's all have a chat, sit down with her and her boyfriend, and just say, hey, we feel as if you don't care about us, and we feel as if you want nothing to do with us. Have a legit conversation. Don't sit there and talk trash behind her back to the point it builds up to a point where you blow up on her, because that's just unfair.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I do feel that she was the asshole in this situation 100%. However, from the way she was voicing it, it needed to be said. Not in that way,
Yeah.
But that's what
but
I'm
it
saying.
needed to be
This-
said.
I'm
Yeah.
saying she may be valid in the situation, but there's no reason she should have let it boil up to get to the point where
Yeah.
she did that.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, her friend probably didn't realize how much she was hurting their feelings.
She
Yeah.
should have.
And that's why that's a conversation that should have been had in a common
She should have had a
environment.
conversation with her alone, like, hey, stop bringing your boyfriend to fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was not a conversation to have while angry. It was a conversation
Yes.
to have while
Yeah.
sitting
And also,
down.
at the very end of that, it said something about you started the friendship or something. Could you read that? It's near the
Yeah.
end.
She said something along the lines of, I don't care that she thinks she brought us all together. or
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
yeah, something like that.
All right. I told her that she and her boyfriend are obsessed with each other, that ever since they got together, she doesn't care about us. That she treats us like we're only there for her convenience, like a punching bag when she's mad. That she acts entitled and thinks that just because she has had a rough past, she deserves everything. That she's rude, possessive, that she thinks we owe her something just because she was the one who brought us all together.
So this girl is the reason they're all friends in the first place.
Yeah.
So you have to have a little gratitude towards her. I get it. She's got a boyfriend. She's not paying attention to you, but that's how life is.
From the sounds of it, there's also some resentment there. It seemed like she could have been
Yeah.
being a bitch beforehand.
Yeah.
Could have been
Before this
beforehand.
boyfriend.
Who all knows? Who knows? Maybe she's the bitch of the group. And she's just jealous that she's got a boyfriend and she doesn't.
I think all the ladies just need to sit down and have an actual conversation.
Yeah, this is
without the guy around.
Yeah, this is
Have
a
a
conversation
conversation.
type thing, not a angry let's get mad at each other
Between the
and then
entire
spout
group.
feelings.
Yeah,
Yep.
between the entire group. Just
Yeah,
get everything
you
out in
know,
the open.
I think she's definitely an asshole for doing that. I mean, it definitely wasn't something to blow up on your friend like that for. You just tell her, how you feel in a calm, safe environment, not something where it's meant to be hostile after something that was just hostile just a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I get the fact that she's acting, she's obviously obsessing over the boyfriend more than them in the term, I guess from what she's describing it as, with the fact that she's not acknowledging their presence there. I mean, I understand why she's mad. I mean, even I would be a little twisted about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you if you're going to hang out with your friends, you have to at least include them on things.
Yeah.
But
And that's where I'm coming from, because let's bring this back to me being a dick, right? Let's say I
just wanna see it.
let's say I get a girlfriend tomorrow, right? I start talking to this girl, I get a girlfriend. If
This
I
is seeming
completely
more
abandon you
unrealistic for a
guys,
second.
if I completely abandon you guys, last time I wasn't as close with all of you guys. We've gotten a lot closer over the past year or two.
yeah.
So I think this time, if I were to completely abandon you guys would get a hold of me and be like, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation.
We would hunt you down and fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm-
And eat
realistically,
your cock.
it would be a conversation,
Yeah.
a calm conversation that would be had.
Just like, hey, what's
I don't
going
know
on,
how
buddy?
calm
Like,
it'd be. I
what's
might get
wrong?
a bit
What's going on?
angry.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
I wouldn't blow
a
up
slight
on him.
aggression's fine, not a blow up.
Yeah, I wouldn't blow
You
up
could be
on
like,
him.
hey,
I'd be like,
I
Matthew,
thought
get
we
the
were
fuck
closer
over
than
here.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would freaking explode on you, dude.
Yeah.
I'd
And
be
I
like,
don't mean anger.
Yeah. No,
You
but
busted.
that's just my point. Like, if you're true friends, there's no reason there should be a blow up like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to get angry at each other, but you're not supposed to just absolutely, wreck them emotionally just for something that you can easily just have a sit-down conversation with.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know, but, like, obviously, I have a girlfriend, but I still make time to hang out with you guys, to talk to you, and things like that. So, I mean, I understand why she would be mad, because I would also be mad in that situation, and I try to make it to where I'm not in that kind of situation with you guys. But, yeah, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking about that.
Yeah. She's definitely an asshole for this.
And apparently Reddit agrees because she was voted the asshole.
Yeah. Was she really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So.
And I just go back to, I don't blame her for being upset, but because you let yourself get to that point and reacted the way you did and made the situation what it was, you are the asshole.
Yeah, it needed to be said not that way. Not that way.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next story. This is from the Confessions. I'm not going to read the title just because it will give things away. This was back in, let me think, maybe 1997. I was 38 and my daughter was 18. And she was dating Harry, who was 24. I was an alcoholic and dabbled in other drugs, mostly cocaine. I was not a good person, let alone mother. Not like I was abusive to my daughter or anything, but I was generally inattentive and cared more about my alcohol and drugs than her, especially in her teen years. I'm almost 14 years sober now. I disapproved of my daughter dating Harry, but I never told her why. He would flirt with me occasionally, and the age difference also creeped me out. Also, he was an alcoholic and drug user just like me. She broke up with him over his alcoholism. Soon after, she moved away, not too far, but regardless, she didn't live with me anymore. Harry kept calling me and asking if we wanted to get drinks. I turned him down, but then one day he said he had a bunch of coke and I couldn't resist. He came over, we did the coke, and we ended up having sex. He was a very good-looking guy. He looked like a lot like the ridiculous 80s Justin Bieber picture that was on the front page today. 80s? What? 1980s, bro. What? I think I get what's going on. She's saying that if Bieber was in the 80s, that's what he... Okay. Yeah. That is actually what made me think about him. For the next few months, maybe like 3-4 months, he would sometimes come over and we could have sex and do drugs and get drunk together. Damn. Any drug addict knows what that is like to have a drug addicted buddy in the same way. Then I got pregnant. I knew it was by him. I had sex without a condom a few times stupidly. I've never told him I was pregnant, and I went and got an abortion and kept it secret. Anyways, I stopped seeing him after that, and it was too weird. I also got sober for like 4 months before relapsing. Fast forward 2 years, and my daughter contacts me and tells me she got back together with Harry, and that he is fully sober. I was mortified, honestly. He was going to tell her that we slept together, and she is going to hate me for life. They came over one day and I said hi, and when my daughter was gone, Harry told me that there is no reason to tell her about what happened. I agreed. It's been 16 years of marriage on their part. They have a kid together. Harry got cancer and then beat it. I got sober. That's basically it. I don't see them very often. They live in Texas and I live on the East Coast. But whenever I do, there is always that tension between me and Harry. It's literally the first thing that comes to either of our minds. I can't just tell. Not like sexual tension, like why did we have to do that? What the fuck is wrong with us? Kind of tension. I think about this often, especially when I see my grandson. I always think that could have been my son of things gone differently. But wow, what a disaster. That would have happened if we decided to keep the child.
Dude.
Where do we even start?
Dude. Okay, there's so much to freaking unpack here.
To begin with, she shouldn't have slept with a boyfriend.
I'm sorry you brought that over there, bro. Dude, I said the whole time he was like, no.
I wrote that story.
No,
a couple
no.
months ago. That was me. Yeah.
No, but like, here's my thing, right? Let's start with the beginning. Sad situation in general. Mom's a drug addict, alcoholism. He's drug alcoholism. The daughter's caught in the middle. Why she decided to date him in the first place? And maybe just because it was a familiar environment with her mom being that way. I don't know. Take this out. At least the mom didn't do it while they were still together. I'll give her that. Still wrong to sleep with your daughter's ex.
Yeah.
However, I think at the point several years later where your daughter's like, oh, I got back together with this dude, you have to tell her.
Yeah.
And I know you think it's going to screw up your relationship for the rest of your life. You have to tell her.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
There is no point.
And because they've been happy for
You have
16
to
years.
tell her.
And he hasn't told her. And that's something that should have been said. So at the end of the day, that could be the happiest relationship in the world. It is built upon lies. The whole relationship is built on lies.
The first
Although,
thing she
I'll be
should've done was
honest.
told her.
Yeah.
They weren't
Together.
they weren't hooking
That's
up
what I'm saying.
while they were together. So
That's what I'm
in
saying.
my opinion, there's no issue. I'll be honest.
I will say
The guys
that's
in the
what I'm
Cougars.
saying.
I think
That's
it's
fine.
weird. That's
It is
it's
a little
fucking
weird. It is a
However,
little weird, but
I do think it's something that needed to be said.
yeah, it should definitely
So that
be
if the
said.
daughter if the daughter wasn't okay with it,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still,
I'm with you.
I
That's
still
what
think
I'm
that's
saying.
pretty
It's still-
fucked up. Like,
still
you
pretty
shouldn't have
messing
done
with
that.
your daughter's ex.
Oh,
but
yeah,
there
100%.
wasn't really anything inherently
but
wrong with
there,
what
yeah,
happened.
there's like, in my opinion, yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
like that's actually like fucked up about this.
Yeah.
Take
I mean,
that
it's-
out.
There's a lot of fucked up about that. There's a lot of fucked up about
Like,
that.
you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
About the beginning half of the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely her not, or either of them not telling her.
And to me, it sounds like there wasn't really. It was sex without attachment. There was attachment, but because they were drug buddies. You take the drugs out of the equation, there's no attachment there.
Yeah.
But they still had sex.
I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it. I'm in no way condoning it. They have more excuse than the freaking wife and nephew earlier. Because they were not only cracked out, but they were alcoholed out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
They still should have fucking told her.
And
though.
drugs are addictive. So if the mom knows she can go over to this dude's house and he's got a copious amount of crack, coke, but she's just gotta have sex, then she's gonna go because she's addicted
I'll
and
be
she doesn't
honest.
have to pay for it.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. If they've already been together for 16 years, I'd just fucking leave it be.
No. At this point, you can't say anything.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm saying
can't.
something
You
should have been
ruined the
said at the
marriage.
get-go.
Yeah,
But
I
from
would
the
have said
get-go,
something
she
from the
should've-
very
It'd
beginning.
be so unfair to the
But,
child
yeah.
at this point to say
Yeah,
something.
at this point, I wouldn't say a fucking word.
You went so far that you got to go to the grave with it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first thing she should have said when she found out they got back together was, "Hey,
I fucked that guy.
Whatever happens, I fucked him. We almost had a baby. I got an abortion."
My
That
bad,
should
bro.
be a
My
conversation.
bad, my bad.
That should be a conversation.
Dude, I would like to imagine the daughter's going through Reddit right now, and she's looking at some of these, and she's like,
Man, my
Man.
ex-boyfriend and my mom were both drunk.
"Man, that sounds.
That's really familiar.
Man, that's the state I live in."
Huh.
Wait a minute.
I always wonder why his dick smelled like my mom.
Huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not even trying to unpack that anymore. That's my brain's not calculating
Yeah.
what in the world we just heard.
I mean, bro's got game apparently.
Ah,
Pulled the
Game
mom
is
and-
game.
Game is game.
game.
Bro pulled the mom and the daughter, so
Yeah. I mean, I know when their daughter, say, hypothetically, when they go up there and, when they pass away and go over there and they're like, oh, here's some family. And they just look at the one, they're like, who are you? I am your sibling. Just like,
I'm your sibling, and your husband's my dad.
I'm your sibling, but I'm also your cousin. wait, how would that work? I'm your sibling, but
I'm your sibling and also your son.
Wait, hold on. Would it be
No.
Stepson. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
your
it'd be sibling and stepson. or whatever his stepdaughter.
But at the same
Stepkid.
time, dude.
It's just one big fuck situation.
I'm about to
Oh, there was definitely some
ChatGPT
fun.
And you
ads,
can't
'cause
say
I can't
anything
wrap
once
my
you're in
finger
that
on
deep
that.
because you would ruin
Yeah.
lives.
They said
So
too.
that's what
They
I'm
said
saying.
too
Once
much
you're
going that
16
deep.
years deep, there is no going back. You die on that.
You should have said that
You
shit
die
like
on that.
day one.
Exactly.
As soon as you hear that news, be like, "Hey, we need to talk about
We need to
this
have a
right
conversation.
now."
Yeah.
And do it in private with the daughter so that the guy doesn't know, because he's probably going to be aggressive about it at that point because he's still not that far sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it needs to be a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he already went 5 to 6 deep. Now we're 16. We can't go back.
Yeah.
now. All right, so I got another one from Today I Fucked Up. Today I fucked up by showing my family a short video of me fingering my girlfriend.
Dog. Back up.
What?
Now, I really hope you accidentally showed a video of this.
How did?
Because, like, I see accidents happen. You know, when I met my sister's last boyfriend, I was going through one of our Discords, and a pornographic photo came up, and he happened to see it. Accidents happen. The issue is, how do you accidentally pull up a video of you fingering your girlfriend in front of your family? Shoot.
All right. This happened about 45 minutes ago. So anyone that has an Apple device may have noticed they do these
airdropped
memory
it.
videos for 2020.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
No.
I had just discovered this feature and was watching it with my girlfriend. Slowly, however, immediate family members joined around us after having heard the chill music played along the montage. We saw some cute pictures of our pets, museums, visits pre-COVID, my GF, and I spotting a deer. Us decorating our new apartment, time spent at my mom's house, visits to forest preserves,
It's so
and
wholesome.
no other contact activities we did this summer and fall. And then it happened. About 3 minutes into the montage, it shifted from a picture to a short clip of me sliding 2 fingers into a short clip of me sliding 2 fingers into my girlfriend's vagina. Time froze. Someone said, "Oh my."
Oh great heavens.
In the
I
tone...
can imagine it cuts right back to the happy-go-lucky, joyful moment after the clip.
It went from one cat to another. In the tone of an antebellum-aged southern lady. And I whipped my phone down. People walked away, but a proverbial fly on the wall would have collided with the amount of tension in the air, which could require more than a knife to cut. I'm now home, lying in bed, typing this and thinking about how 30 years from now, this is going to be one of those embarrassing memories that kept me up at night.
Dude,
Shit happens.
I mean, at least
feel
at least it's getting some.
you're never living that down.
No, not at
You're
all.
never
You're
living
cooked.
that
He's,
down.
he's never living that down, but I could see how that happens. This, like, shit happens. You know?
I'm gonna be
Yeah, I get
honest.
it, but
I'm gonna be honest. One of my brothers is watching the little clip and that happens. He's gained aura. I'm not gonna lie. Like dude, that crap is awesome.
Like, if that...
And I love the oh my.
Oh
Like,
my.
oh my.
Oh, yeah, he's never living that down, but, like, it's not... You know, it's not nothing that'll break up any relationships with family members or nothing, so it could be worse.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I'm finally speechless.
Ah, yeah, just dude, I might.
Respect.
I can't say that actually.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna
respect,
say
respect,
that.
yeah, respect, 100%.
Dude, I might not. I might not talk to my family for a month after that. Like
I mean, if it wasn't his family, there could be someone in the audience that'd be like, "Yeah, huh, I like that."
Hey, hold up. Nah.
Damn, damn.
The dude from earlier.
Can I
Hey.
get a sniff?
The dude from earlier with the incest porn.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get that video?
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, yo, can I... Hey, yo, hold
Can I
on.
see some of that?
Where's the wink? Where's the wink?
Can I see the rest of that montage?
I like my brother's fingers going into his girlfriend's
Uh,
vagina.
Hey, yo, let me sniff that.
Hey, yo.
Dude.
Alright.
That's crazy.
Yar!
Yar! That was definitely Yar. That's definitely what someone should have said in the background.
Dude, but like, what's the proper response? Let's say everybody's, and you're like, what's going on? You go over your phone, and all of a sudden, like, let's say it's your brother, and all of a sudden you see that. What do you say? Like,
Yar! Yar! I mean,
Yar!
you can't really
Dude,
do anything. I
dude,
mean,
Yeah,
you're.
I think oh my's the proper response.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, seeing that, same thing as getting caught masturbating by your mom. Same
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Dude,
I bet that's the same feeling.
I think that
He was
might
just
be arguably
masturbating.
worse.
Like
What?
it,
He was just masturbating her.
Yeah.
like it's shameful, but it's not like it's gonna break up any familiar bonds. They're not.
I feel like there's two good responses.
There's way more on that.
There's two good responses. Oh my,
You know what?
and nice.
I
Nice.
personally
Nice.
think he should not have thrown down his phone. I think he should have just let it ride.
Let her
Just
ride.
let it ride, dude.
Yeah, she was right in the
Great
same.
And then
Grandma
just
didn't need to see that.
never mention it. Never mention it. Just let it ride and never mention it.
That's true. If he'd have just let it ride, he could have pretended like he didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying for family gatherings,
Throw in
for
your-
Thanksgiving, when they stuff the turkey, they're going to probably.
Oh,
have
they're
him
gonna
do it.
ask him to stuff the turkey.
Hey, yo, can you stop?
Hey,
that
I know
real
your
quick?
fingers are gonna get deep.
Hey,
my guy.
hey, hey.
Here's the thing, though. What if the montage played something even worse directly after
Oh, that's
that?
a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
Then he would
Yeah.
have like. What if it cut from him, him fingering
Fingering
her?
Yeah,
him banging her?
because if you have videos
That'd
of
be
you fingering
bad.
a woman, you might have videos of you doing more than that. Let's be real.
No,
for a
like
minute.
it said that's the only video it showed of them doing stuff to that point. So he had other videos.
That's true.
If it would have played something worse, it would have been way worse than that.
Yeah, for real. Alright, I got another one. Today I fucked up slapping the absolute clot out of my girlfriend.
Can you run that back by me again?
Absolute clot.
Today I fucked up by slapping the absolute clot out of my girlfriend.
Dog, what? Oh, I don't even want to hear this one.
Girlfriend was about to take a shower and was seriously getting her hustle on getting out of her knits. Or kits. She was making proper fucking haste for the tub, and I realized that all of her defenses were down. No, in my household, bare asses are hunted down and terminated with extreme justice.
Oh, I seen it.
Yar!
Yar!
Hey, he valid for that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro went predator on that. Like my uncle.
In Big B. In Big B.
Oh yeah, Big B, bruh.
I went for the mother of all ass slaps. It was complete undefended territory. And I was intending to create a masterpiece. I was aiming for that initial dull thwack. And then the resultant perfect, satisfying vibrato, complete with ass flesh ripples.
This
That-
dude had it.
Dude, she
mementos in his
must have a
head.
Yeah.
fat ass, bro.
Like,
This dude had a film in his head of what was gonna happen
Yeah.
before he slapped that ass.
Well, he's done it times before,
Yeah,
it
so
sounds
he
like it.
knows.
ass
He
flesh,
knows what a good slap is at this point, and what's
For
a
real.
bad slap is.
like ass flesh ripples like that glass of water in Jurassic Park. I made contact and immediately discovered the reason for her hurry. My girlfriend was on the second day of her period. I learned the term aerial spray from Dexter and have now found its southern companion. It was reeling. She was reeling. Did I say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror before spanking that ass? I couldn't remember. Fortunately, its trajectory as such was so that most of the ministration creation splattered handily in the bathtub, including the clot, a penny-sized curd of...
Oh my god! Oh my
This
god!
guy,
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
this guy is making it artsy as hell. He could have just said this in 2 sentences.
It doesn't matter, bro. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Nah, the
Bro, it's
artsiness adds to
glorifying.
the
It
effect.
does, but jeepers, dude.
Best visually described as Gumby's aborted cousin.
There's no way now, bro.
So fucking bad.
Dude, oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude. Unfortunately, our bath mat did not escape entirely unharmed. Its cleaning was immediate and firmly relegated to boyfriend work. By the way, has anyone seen The Thing? 1982. Good movie. What the fuck was that?
What?
Oh my god.
I mean, dude.
I mean, it happens. I guess.
I mean, if you literally slap the blood clot out of your girlfriend, that's some fine handiwork.
Dude.
Dude's got the hand.
I'll give it to him.
What the fuck? Hold up. A comment. If my ass could be slapped that hard that my period ends up one gush, I'll bend over on day one and wait for it.
Oh, hell no. What?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, that's...
I need to get off my slapping skills or something. What is this, bro? Like...
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that... I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and head on to our last one. This one is the real weird
This is
and
like
interesting
okay.
one. Yes.
This one's apparently going to be freaky.
This is from the
Freaky of the
Today
Day.
I Fucked Up. This fuck up took place 15 years ago when I was around 11 years old. I had recently seen my father's penis for some reason, as little boys often accidentally do. It got me thinking about how small my penis was.
Oh no.
I decided I needed to do something about this. I did some Google searching and somehow learned about penis pumps. Now, my 11-year-old self didn't really understand what this term meant. I, however, knew that I had a penis which had a hole, and I had a pump.
No.
The pump I had was a soccer ball pump. The ones with the little metal needle. While I examined my dick hole and determined it could accept this metal object, I stuck it in. It hurt a little bit. I decided the pain would be worth it. I pushed the pump handle down and pumped air in it. It inflated my urethra like a little balloon. Since I was 11, I was not an anatomy expert. Anatomy, yeah, my bad, bruh. The sensation gave me an erection, so I decided that it must be working. I inflated it again. It hurt a little this time, and now it felt like I had to pee. I wanted results, though, and people always say, no pain, no gain.
No.
I pushed the handle down again. Now I really fucking had to pee. I removed the needle and hobbled off to the bathroom. The sensation had given me a full-on erection, the kind where it was hard to pee. However, I really fucking had to pee. I pushed super hard. No man other than me really knows the feeling of farting piss out of your penis.
He peeved. He peeved.
He did. I get to claim that, I guess. The air mixed with urine created a sprinkler effect, spraying piss everywhere. As the air and pee mixture escaped violently, I really hurt my dick hole. Amazingly, the dick hole was not meant to rapidly expel air from a dick balloon. I can confirm now that if a woman blows into your penis during a blowjob, you will not die. Checkmate, weird middle school boys storytellers. 15 years later, it still hurts when I pee occasionally. I'm considering going to a urologist one day. However, I am not sure how to address the issue. The last thing I would want to tell a medical doctor is the actual reason why my dick hurts every now and then.
Hey, Doc.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
I
bro.
think you gotta tell the doctor. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
I mean,
like,
you're
Hey,
good.
Doc. 15 years ago, I used a soccer ball pump. Can you fix this?
dude.
I thought this was totally going in the direction of he shoved his dick in a vacuum cleaner.
That
But
was so
as
much
soon as he
worse.
said it was
Dude,
it
that
had a
was-
small hole,
dude,
I'm like,
I
there's no
guess.
way, dude.
I
No.
thought it was gonna be like blood or something when he was talking about peeing. I thought it was gonna be something
Alright,
bad.
guys.
Yeah.
New podcast idea.
We tried this.
How are you?
We tried the soccer ball pump method.
Let's see how effective it really is.
Yeah, I've heard that story a long time ago, and I thought it was one of the craziest things
That
I've
is
ever read.
completely insane.
Dude,
I
that
mean,
is crazy, bro.
That
like,
I mean,
he farted out of his wiener.
Yeah.
It's not a queef anymore. It's a peef.
dog.
yeah,
He
he peeved,
He peefed.
and he did not use a vacuum. Instead,
No.
he did not stick it in something. Something was stuck in him.
Yeah.
That- I mean, that's pretty
I
crazy.
mean, at some point, that's got to be kind of gay, though.
Bro, I think invented sounding. But
Dude.
it was
Oh,
just a-
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the fact that he got an erection from it,
Yeah, that's it. He invented sounding.
dude. I
Yeah.
just that's I don't even want to think about it. That's I don't.
What-
it's
what do you-
bothering me thinking about
what do
it.
you think air feels like getting?
Dude,
in
I
there?
don't want to know.
New
Well,
podcast idea.
New podcast today. We try Reddit's.
Well, from the sounds of it, it probably feels like you gotta pee.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I would
I
rather
mean, I'd
not
assume so.
permanently damage my urethra. I'm good, actually.
Where do you think the air would go?
In your bladder.
Yeah.
You probably run. So
I mean, the air comes back out supposedly, but it does
Yeah.
damage on the way out.
Well, no, I feel
Fair
like
enough.
it'd try to. It probably wouldn't let it back in your bladder so easy. Because when you go swimming, it's not like all that pool water gets up in there.
Well, he did say it turned into a dick balloon.
But the pool water is also not being
That's
forced back up
different,
your
yeah.
urethra.
That's true. So
It's like an air
it
catheter.
probably try to hold
Hmm.
it back until the point where you're really gonna blow stuff up backwards. He probably didn't get that far though if it came out.
Dude,
like
if
a
he kept
balloon.
on pumping, yeah, you think he just would have popped?
I think he probably
Yeah.
would have died. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he probably would not have a wiener anymore. He'd be
Yeah.
smooth. Or have a nub. One of the two.
we call him Nub Nub now.
No. Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know, but-
I don't want to know.
Bro is insane.
Bro is obviously just way more of a man than I am.
You got to be honest though. Bro was inventing stuff at 11 years old, so.
Bro had way more ideas than I did.
Way more ideas.
Dude, I can tell you if I would have saw my dad's penis, my first thought of my small penis for my age would have been, let me go grab my bike pump and pump my penis
Soccer
up.
ball pump.
Well, I guess that wasn't his
If
first
it was
thought.
a bike pump,
He
my
did his
guy,
research. He
someone
did his
was a
research.
fucking
Yeah, to be
accomplice.
fair, he did
He
do his
did do his
research.
research. He just did not inquire on what a penis pump was. He just automatically heard pump and was like, I know a thing.
And I have a penis.
Pump plus penis. We are in
My
business.
voice. I have a brain and I have an idea.
Let me be clear. Yeah, no, that's fucked.
I'm trying to figure out who the you occasionally see your dad's penis. Did you guys experience
Dude, I probably did once or twice when I was little, but there's no obvious events that I can remember. I couldn't tell you what my dad's penis looks like.
When I was little, I'm sure I saw my dad's.
That's what I'm
penis
saying.
look like-
You've seen it at some point in
yeah?
your
I
life.
mean, but not, it's not something.
Not that I remember. But
I'm gonna assume, you don't knock on the bathroom door. You walk in, you might see it. That's what I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
The situation.
I mean, I
is.
probably at some point. I mean, I don't remember. I probably
Well,
saw a
like-
Catholic
Yeah.
priest.
Well, we're dudes.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point, he took us to a bath, or he took us to the shower, bath, whatever. Showed us how to shampoo our
Yeah,
hair and
yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah.
That's completely different. Yeah, but
Not anything I'll remember.
unless your dad's just an absolute just fucking madman and just walks around the house naked. But I don't know. But that, I mean,
Bro's a nudist.
bro's definitely something. But yeah, that's all the stories I have for today. Hopefully that entertained you guys,
Yeah,
made you
bro,
guys
That
really
was
really
that
decide to
a
think.
few of those were a little
that was kind of crazy.
a little crazy.
We really,
I
we
was
really said if we're going in, we're going all in.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy
Especially
definitely
with the
has
earphone.
something going.
Yeah.
That went a little too far in, but I mean, hey,
Hey,
game is game.
Game is game. Game is game.
no pain, no gain.
No pain,
No
no
pain,
gain.
no gain.
Yeah,
Hey, that's honestly that should be the new podcast quote.
no pain, no game.
No
Yeah,
pain,
but-
no gain.
No
Alright.
hump, no hump.
Yeah, oh, hey,
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, hold
That's
on.
pretty good.
All right, but we thank you guys for listening to this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. From me and my boys, we are very thankful for anyone listening to this. We will catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Adios.
Adios.
Much appreciated.